We are live. Welcome to episode 14 of the High Slot Podcast. I'm here today, as always, with the boys, Bob Deuce,
How are we?
Snipsky, our behind-the-scenes guy, Jake Butts, and myself, Andrew Coco Curry. How we doing today, boys?
Doing fantastic. We got a lot to talk about. We got playoffs coming up in a couple days. I'm really giddy about it. Hey, it's like Christmas morning. It's like Christmas is coming. I'm excited.
Doing tremendous, had a good week. Just chilling, waiting for the playoffs to start up. Great to have Coco back in the mix now, has the tan.
Oh, yeah, dude. Honestly, Tampa was sick, but coming back in April to Massachusetts with the tan, kind of a big flex, dude. Like, no one's rocking a tan around here.
Everybody, he's walking down the street getting the stink eye from everybody. Like, where the fuck was this guy? I was freezing my ass off up here.
Good to be back. Tampa was a good time. Place is buzzing down there, dude. You guys got to go to Tampa. We got to go back to Tampa. Dude, place is literally just like one big party.
Tampa in the Frozen Four next year? Check it off.
Yeah, it is at the Frozen Four is in Tampa.
Book the flights now, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Minnesota State running back.
Oh, yeah. But no, Tampa's sick, dude. Amalie Arena, I went there on Thursday. They played the Leafs that night. Shit pumped the Leafs, dude. 8-1. Place was buzzing. Atmosphere, honestly, doesn't compare anything to Boston.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of like a show. Like, they put on like a legit performance.
It's like
down
Vegas.
there.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I get to the arena and like, first of all, like, all the streets are like shut down around there, which I'm like, dude, they ever did this in Boston, people would be out committing murders. Like, the streets are just like shut down, no traffic, nothing. I walk up to Amalie Arena, music just blaring, like outside the arena. Bars everywhere, dude. It's like outdoor lounges, people just chilling, boozing, having a great time, like not a care in the world.
Probably cross-eyed before puck drop.
Dude, place is just so laid back. It's sick. And then, like, the actual game, yeah, like I said, it was just a legit performance. Like, the lightning bolts, like, bombing down, like, all the graphics on the ice, like, pre-game. Like, they really build it up. It's pretty cool to see. But then, during the game, no atmosphere compares to Boston, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell, like, like, Lightning were pumping them and shit, but, like, yeah, like, their fans aren't as diehard as
Yeah, not enough people yelling, shoot, shoot.
Yeah, you got like 80-year-old like grandparents next to you, like just golf clapping after like the Lightning score. I'm like,
they're not like Stamkos, your mother's a whore.
But no, Tampa was a great time. Glad to be back. Honestly, though, you guys pulled it together last week. I was surprised. Thought it was gonna be a complete shit show, honestly.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I was gonna tell you, like, did you get any like progress reports when you got back? Like we had a substitute teacher last week, so
yeah. Bob Deuce subbing in.
Yeah, I mean, I did my best.
Yeah, no, it went well. I was impressed for sure. When the cat's away, the mice will play. But no, you guys held your own. Still a great episode last week, but good to be back behind the mic here, hosting the.
Love to have you back. Love to have you back.
The inmates ran the asylum.
I feel like we're just gonna coast through this episode now.
Yeah, why don't we get into it? We got some hockey talk we're gonna cover, but first, quick ad read from our sponsor, our guys over at Addie's Barbershop. So if you looked in the mirror lately and thought to yourself, wow, I look like a legit bum, then you got to head over to Addie's Barbershop, located in Quincy, or their brand new location that just opened up in Stoughton, Mass. Go see our guy Linsky and other certified master barbers who are able all to do types of different hairstyles and haircuts. They've serviced many different types of hair textures, and there's nothing that they cannot do when it comes to barbering. They offer their clients a wide range of services from straight razor shaving, hairstyling, beard grooming, and even eyebrow trimming. They also specialize with fresh fades, tapers, designs, mullets, business cuts, men's regulars, you name it, they got it. To avoid those long waits in line, go book your appointment now at easebarbershop.com. That's www.ateasebarbershop.com. Go to Addie's Barbershop today. Our guy Linsky will hook you up. He'll have you looking good and feeling good so that you can try to be wheeling and dealing on a Friday or Saturday night, but no guarantees. So why don't we head into some quick NHL news from the past week? So there was actually a recent poll that was released by the NHLPA, the NHL Players Association, today, where they asked questions amongst the players, and they had them vote on several different items, including on-ice performances, all the way up to like personalities. So I'm going to read off some of these questions for you boys. I'm going to see if you guys can guess who the top answers was that were voted on by the players. You boys ready?
Yeah, hell yeah.
This
This is nice.
All right. So the first one, the players voted on who is the most complete player in the NHL. Who do you boys think it is? The most complete player.
I'll go first. So the most complete player. All right, so there's a lot of people that mention this guy's name, and I think this is who I think it is. Because the thing is, like, Claude Giroux, before he got traded, he was always like, oh, yeah, like, I want to play for the Florida Panthers, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want to play with certain players in that team. And obviously, you got a bunch of players in that team that can play well. You got Jonathan Huberdeau, and then you got Barkov, and just, like, Reinhart. Like, the list goes on. And I feel like it's Barkov. Is it Barkov?
He was second in the voting. Second.
Who
He's
won
actually
it?
Won.
No, hey,
Snipsy's got a chance.
Oh, I forgot Vinny fucking had
Barkov-
it.
Yeah, I'm sitting right here.
Barkov was number 2. Great guess. He was number 2 with 20% of the votes.
So it's Barkov. I'd probably say all right, Sidney Crosby.
Sid the Kid.
Yeah,
That's who
I was like. I was stuck between him and saying Bergeron, but I think
Bergeron was 3.
Yeah.
You guys were right on the money
Yeah.
at that one.
Well, because, like, the most complete players are mostly centers.
Yeah, you got to be.
You
able
got to
do
play.
all
Yeah, you got to
aspects,
play
yeah.
both sides.
And
of
I
the
would say
ice.
Barkov is probably the best center in the league.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah,
And
so yeah, Barkov was 2, Sid the Kid number 1, Snipsky nailed it. Bergie was 3, then you had McDavid and Kopitar.
You know who I was gonna say too came to mind, and you said it when you were talking was Giroux.
Giroux,
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, Giroux. I don't know because he's like a baby, like Sid the Kid or Bergeron. He's like the third guy.
Yeah. He's definitely top 10, though.
Yeah.
All right, so next one. If you need to win one game, who is the one goalie you would want on your team? If you had to win one game, who's the goalie you'd want on your team?
You can go first, Vinny.
He won by a large margin here, 37% of the votes.
Is this like all time or just all season?
Current, no, all current players.
Currently, Andre Vasilevsky.
Vassy.
Yeah.
Snipsky, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
You will not guess who number 2 is. I don't even know how he was number 2.
I'll go this one. You already got it. I think Vinny has this pulled up. He's been on our
No, I'm not. I'm not. You can see what I'm looking at. It's the standings.
Second, you said it was like you wouldn't guess it.
I don't think you'd ever guess it, no.
Can I get a guess?
Is it a starting goalie in the league right now?
Yeah.
It's let's say Wedgwood.
No.
Can I get a guess?
Yeah.
Benny?
No. Carey Price.
Dude, he's been out for like.
Well, he did have a run with the Canadians.
last year,
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess.
I mean, these are all voted on by the players. So
Yeah.
Carey Price clearly, respected amongst the players, but he was 2.
Fuck.
Fleury 3, John Gibson, Markstrom, Quick, Saros, all with like 3%.
You would think that Fleury was
Shersky.
second.
Was Shersky on that?
Yeah, no Shesty.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
It's because he kind of fell off halfway through the year.
Speaking of that dude, fucking, I saw someone ask on Twitter. It was like, would you ever have Carey Price's career or Marc-Andre Fleury's? Absolute joke.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Fleury. He's got the cups.
Absolutely.
I mean, Carey Price can literally walk around and like everyone knows him in Montreal and probably doesn't have to pay for a drink or a meal, but at the same time, like Fleury has 3 cups.
Exactly. And
Easy Hall of
I'd
Fame.
trade the cups.
Yeah.
I'd trade everything for the cups.
Yeah. All right, so on the flip side here, if you need to win one game, who's the one skater you'd want on your team?
I'd
Won
probably
by a large margin here.
McDusty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, McDavid.
Connor McDavid,
He's the
42%.
fastest.
I was gonna say Matthews because he's had an unbelievable year, but like
Matthews isn't even on the list.
that's kind of crazy.
McDavid, 42. Sid the Kid, 17. Victor Hedman, 6. Barkov, McKinnon.
At least I got one right.
All right.
That's kind of a layup.
Next one. Which player do you least enjoy playing against but would love to have on your team?
Oh, that should be easy.
Brad Marchand.
Yeah, Marshy.
Let's go.
Marshy.
Easy money.
Me and Vinny are tied.
Yeah. Marshy, and then McDavid was 2. Tom Wilson, 3. Hedman, McKinnon.
Hedman's in a lot of them.
Which player do you wish you could shoot like?
Auston Matthews.
He's 2.
Steven Stamkos.
He's 5.
How is he 5?
I know.
Wait, shoot like?
Yeah.
Shoot like? Maybe is Vladimir Tarasenko on there?
No.
Oh.
Kucherov.
Oh, maybe Draisaitl?
No, you guys are missing
Wow.
one guy, dude.
Patrick Kane?
Barkov.
No.
Wait, is it someone wicked obvious? And
Yeah.
we're just bugging?
Oh, Ovechkin.
Ovi.
Yeah.
Oh, Ovi. Oh,
The grade 8. Ovechkin.
Wow,
that makes
53%.
sense.
that airmail threw over our heads. Holy shit.
Ovi.
I was
Hey, by
I
the
was
way,
thinking of like
all those guesses were pretty good goals.
yeah, we had pretty
Yeah.
good guesses. I was gonna say Kane, or I don't know if I already said him because he has a sick shot. I was
said
thinking about
Kane.
I was thinking about like good just like releases and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ovechkin has one of the best releases
got
because he's about to like break the record at one point. But like I don't know, flew over my head.
Ovi's office side of the circle,
Yeah,
just
that-
ripping one tees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
should've
thing is,
known.
like, he scores at will. But like, I was thinking of like someone that has like a. I think Auston Matthews is the best. Like, just
He's got a missile.
He is
dude.
the best shot shooting form of all
Yeah.
time, in my opinion.
All right, next one. Who's the best stick handler? Best stick handler amongst the league?
Do you want to say it?
Is it Jonathan Huberdeau?
No, not Hoobie.
I want to say Kaner, but like,
Kaner.
yeah, I was like, because in my head I was like, dude, he's the best like stick handler of all time.
Kaner, 57%.
That's true. That's
I wanted to see
Who
what
was
you
in
wanted to say.
second there?
McDavid.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
got McKinnon,
He's got mitts.
Barkov, Goudreau, Matthews. All right, who's the best passer? This is a tricky one. Who's the best passer in the league?
My last guess wasn't it, right? The Huberdeau?
No.
Nicholas Backstrom.
No, he's 3, though.
Fuck.
The
He's
best
up there.
passer in the league. Maybe.
He's kind of slept on, but I agree with it.
Oh, do you? Is it Drysdale?
Dryside.
Yeah, he has mad assists. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not
Draisaitl,
Huberdeau though.
17%.
Huberdeau has the most assists.
Yeah. Yeah, he does lead the league in assists.
Drysdale will throw some nasty sauce.
Yeah, his
Right.
backhand sauce is
We
ridiculous.
got one more. Which NHL player is the best role model?
Bob, you got this.
Patrice Bergeron.
It's 2. He's number 2.
That's my father.
That's my dad. So I'm gonna go with Roman Yossi.
No Yossi on this list.
Is it just like a straight veteran?
Yeah, he's a vet. He's the golden boy.
He's the golden boy.
Crosby.
Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already guessed him, so I don't want to guess him.
I want to say I was gonna say like Mark like Giordano or something. That's what I was thinking about
Mark Giordano.
because he's been in the league for that long.
He was trying to dummy some guy the other night, so I don't know if,
Yeah.
if he's one of them.
Sid's a class act.
Yeah, he is. Sid's the man.
All
I'm Team Sid.
City.
Yeah, me too. He was my role
Oh,
model growing up,
Yeah,
honestly.
Sid the Kid, he broke my heart when he scored that golden goal in CUS. Loved him until that point.
Yeah.
I was on a 3, 4
Heartbreaking.
years, 5 years. I couldn't stand him after that because of that. Just one thing, but then I let it blow over like a bad breakup.
But when you like analyze his game and watch him play and like all of his accomplishments, you're like, this guy's one of the goats.
Yeah.
You can't even like you really hate him.
Guys never heard a fly either, dude.
Yeah.
But there's like that one video where it's like, come on, Sid, you hit me from behind. He's like, I don't even hit anybody.
Yeah. He's like, what do you mean? I don't even hit.
I think it was Dion Phaneuf.
Yeah, Fanoff
He
would
was
have killed him.
bitching at him.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, Sid, you hit me from behind.
He's like, I don't even hit.
It's a fact, though.
Mad funny.
All right, we're going to get some quick hitters, some news across the league. We're just going to quickly touch on because we got a lot to cover with the playoff preview. But Canadiens legend Guy LaFleur passed away last week at the age of 70. Multiple teams around the league honored the late Guy LaFleur over the weekend with some pregame ceremonies. Anything you boys want to quickly add about the legend?
I'm just gonna say like that ceremony was so good.
Which one? The Canadiens one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good, dude. Like the Bruins are playing against them. It was more fitting because it was just like Boston versus Habs
Yeah.
like the following game and
All-time rivalry. That guy literally like fucking, ruined the Bruins
Oh,
back in the
dude.
day, dude.
he owned us,
Yeah.
dude. He owned every team though. He had so many goals. He wore number 10. He had the flow going.
Dude, Letty just in
Yeah,
the wind.
in the
s-
wind.
Skating fast as like fucking speed
Yeah,
of
he was
light.
fast as shit. And then it was just like the whole entire ceremony they put together for him was just so good. It was top notch.
He was nasty. Guy LaFleur. Guy LaFleur.
Guy
I'm
LaFleur.
sorry. Guy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, most French name of all time.
Yeah, I'm
Guy
French
Lafleur.
Yeah, they were chanting that during the game, like Gee.
Yeah, well, he had an absolute tear from 75 to, what is it, 80? He had 120 points straight game. It was straight seasons.
Jesus.
Unbelievable.
That's decent.
Yeah, it's all right. Not a big deal. He's just ripping up the NHL. Probably better than what we were talking about last week with Mike Bossy. But he unbelievable player. Like I heard he wasn't like when you saw him out there, he wasn't like the best skater, but he was just always there in the right spot and just buried every time or made the right play. Rest in peace to an absolute beast. Definitely give the Bruins a hard time, but you gotta give respect where respect's due.
Yeah, too many legends, dude.
Yeah.
Gone too soon. Guy, Mike Bossy. It's just tough, but yeah, always be remembered. Those guys forever in the history books in the NHL. In other news, the Florida Panthers, the offensive juggernauts, they broke the record for most goals scored in a season in the salary cap era. I mean, their offense is just loaded. I don't know how you slow them down.
I mean, we already touched on it a little bit. You got Huberdeau, just Dishmaster, Barkov. They got Trocheck.
They're just so deep, dude.
Yeah, it's nuts. Reinhardt, like Bennett, their defense is good. It's insane. Like they have like everything.
Their
dude.
forwards are deep.
Hornquist, they had, like I forgot they had Hornquist, dude.
Yeah, he's
I
like
was watching the
fourth
Panthers
line.
game last night, dude, when we played them. I'm sitting there, whatever. I'm chilling, and I see Hornquist in the box. I'm like, what? I'm like, he played, and he's an assistant captain too. I was like, holy
been
fuck.
there for like a year.
Yeah, he's been there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Mark my words, and I'll put my nipples on it, just like I did last
Jesus
weekend.
Christ, here
They
we go.
will be at least in the Stanley Cup Finals. On my nipples, book it.
Let's go. Butts
Dude.
putting the nipples on the line
you want
back-to-back weeks.
You want your nipples pierced so fucking bad.
So bad.
No, dude, fucking. I don't think Florida's even gonna get past the second round.
And my nipples gonna be hurting.
Well, if
Butts is undefeated when he puts the
Yeah.
nipples on.
Wanna know? Wanna know, baby?
yeah,
Hammer it.
Yeah, it's just they gotta if Ovi's back, which he's a sick fuck, and he will be for the first round.
Sicko.
It's gonna be a tough one for them because if the Caps decide to play a little bit of defense on them, they're not that strong in the back end without Ekblad. So
Ekblad's supposed to be back. Though.
they only win shootouts. It seems like.
Yeah, no,
so.
you can't win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, Cats.
You can't win a Stanley Cup playoff like series or anything if you're letting up like 6 goals a game. So we'll see how that goes.
Have you heard here first? Butts putting the nipples on the line again. Let's go.
And the boys,
Butts big on the
the boys
Panthers.
are like, uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll live stream you getting your nipples pierced.
Oh, 100%. We'll be at Claire's.
Yeah, we'll go to the mall.
Like 13-year-old girls that just turned it's their birthday, just watch me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Not even inside Claire's, like in the middle of the mall.
Just right in front of it.
Like, Mommy, never mind. Want to go home. Toronto's Auston Matthews. He became the first player since 2011 to score 60 goals in a season. You guys name the last player to do so?
What was the stat again? My bad.
Matthews became the first player since 2011 to score 60 goals. Who was the last guy
Oh,
to
it's
score
2011.
60? 2011.
Stamkos.
Stammer.
There you go.
Stammer time.
And he called it that Matthews was gonna do it at
He
the end
did.
of the
I
season.
saw a video of that. It was like from
It was 2020 or something,
Yeah, it was
wasn't
a
it? It was a
couple
couple
years
years ago.
He called it. Speaking of Stammer, Steven Stamkos, he became the all-time leader in points in Lightning history last Thursday, and then last night he reached the 100-point mark in a season for the first time in his
Right.
career, which I think is shocking. He's
did it,
never reached
yeah.
100 points before.
He just gets hurt.
Yeah, he gets hurt
every
a lot.
year.
yeah, people forget he broke his leg.
Yeah, in Boston.
In 2000, after that 60-goal season, he
Yeah.
broke his leg like 11 games into the year. He'd be up there, dude, if he didn't break his leg and have to recover from that.
Yeah, he's a purebred scorer.
Yeah, he just scored 60 goals, then breaks his leg. Like that's so unfortunate. He was
Yeah.
like literally the league's just best scorer at that time. He was sick. I mean, he still is, but
And like the Lightning weren't even like they were decent, but they're way better now.
he was first
you know?
overall, number 1.
Yeah, it was like 07, I think. I remember when he got drafted. I was a big fan. I was like, "Who's this Russian guy?" And then he turns out to be Canadian.
Yeah, because
Stamkos, you're like, "Yo, this is
Russian
a Russian ass name." He's
Yeah,
probably like a little Russian. Or
Yeah, when
something.
Stamkos first came on the scene, I remember seeing him like just taking these one-timers and shit. I'm like, who
like,
the
gee.
fuck is this guy? And because like him and Ovechkin are kind of the same like scoring style.
Yeah,
they
no,
both have their
literally.
own little spot, like whatever, rip one-timers.
Yeah, I was at the game where he broke that record for the Lightning, and they showed like a whole like highlight reel of him, and
Like
all his
montage.
goals were just like one tees from the side, every single goal. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
Jesus, dude.
He's a fucking mutant.
Legit. Roman Yossi, he became the first D-man to reach 90 points since the 1993 season. We said it a couple weeks ago. Yossi for the Norse.
Yeah,
Lord.
we're his campaign managers. I love Roman Yossi. I've always liked him. He won the Norris not too long ago, maybe like a year and a half ago.
Hedman said Yossi should win it this year.
Oh, dude, he's
He
the whole.
should be a lock.
He's the reason why they have. Dude, he has almost as many points as his team. He has
Yeah, they
90
have
points. They
95,
have 95
right?
points.
Yeah.
This guy's legit a legend. He's a fucking defenseman putting up like insane numbers, putting up forward numbers. So that guy is definitely shooing for the Norris.
Yeah, if he doesn't win, it's an absolute crime.
and that's not even like a heavy D that they got over there either.
Yeah, he's like the whole. He's the
like
whole core.
they
Yeah.
don't have any standout defensemen. Other than
They have
those. They
that
have good.
dude.
They have good forwards, but like they need to beef it up.
I forget the guy's name they have over there, but he has he kind of looks like that guy Ryan Ellis. Like he has a big ass like.
He used to play for the Preds.
Yeah, but they have someone else like that kind of
Isn't
looks
he
the
on
same.
like Philly rotting away?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
No. He got hurt the rest of the. No, he like.
Smart man.
Yeah, he like blew his knee out like during like the preseason or something.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that definitely wasn't on purpose then.
All right, so some other news as we head into the playoffs. Alex Ovechkin, we just talked about him. He's day-to-day upper body injury after crashing into the boards against the Leafs on Sunday night. Did you guys see that play? He kind of got tripped up by the goalie. You think that intentional at all, or just?
No, I think that I don't know. I didn't really see it like that. Like
I
saw
saw a
a
little tug,
I
dude.
saw
Like
a
he missed the poke. I saw a tug back.
That used to be my go-to.
So we got a legit, we
All
got a goalie here.
there you go. We got a prosecution
That was
over
credible. That's a credible statement, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean,
From
it
Jay
might be a
Butts over
little
there.
far-fetched, but yeah, it was unfortunate.
Hey,
Ovi, by the way, horrendous on breakaways. I've seen like him have 3 breakaways over the past like
He just
week.
shoots every time,
And-
right?
No, he tries to do a Deacon. And he like mishandles the puck every time. Like, dude, just shoot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him really dangle ever.
No, he
Never,
doesn't really
actually.
dangle like
No,
that.
he doesn't. But yeah, he went on a breakaway, got like tripped up with the goalie, went into the boards pretty hard, and like we said, he's a mutant, dude. He never misses time, and he looked like he was in some serious pain. So, big question if he's gonna be 100%.
I had
going into the
some
playoffs.
serious PTSD when I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that shit's happened to me.
Yeah, shoulder.
I
but,
mean-
like, so
I mean, there's a bunch of plays like that growing up that I saw growing up and I was a part of growing up. Is that like it's just little bang bang plays, man. You're like obviously you got the goalie going off for the puck. You got forward going head of steam for it too. So it's like I didn't see it, but the way you guys made it sound.
He tried to go from forehand to backhand, and like right when he went to the backhand, the goalie like threw his stick at him.
Yeah.
And like tripped him, which is like I don't know if it's like a natural play because goalies usually get down on their butterflies and like they put post to post and they let that pads.
let's go to our expert.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's like a fish hook. Like right when you feel it.
Yeah, but you're trying to be but
No,
Jay
no,
Butts,
I'm
you're trying
saying-
to be
But
dirty.
you
That's
don't
it.
you don't get the penalty because you hold it just like it's like a feeling.
So he did it on
Bro,
purpose.
100%. It's like a feeling thing. Like right when you feel the person tripping, you let go of the stick. So if
Wait, hold on. Who was the goalie that did this? thing?
Colgren. Eric
Oh,
Colgren.
dude, he's a Leaf goalie.
Oh, it's the Leafs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% that was on
100%.
fucking purpose because they might play each other in the playoffs.
100%.
Oh yeah, then yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Once Colgren.
All right, case closed.
Colgren skating off the ice, and all the boys are just like slapping his ass, like good shit.
Yeah. And then the Caps blew a 3-1 lead, dude, and then lost in a shooty after that. I was pissed. I had the Caps. I was bullshit.
Dude, Ovi's the heartbeat over there.
They scored 2 goals once Ovi got hurt,
Like
and they were
right
up
away.
3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're buzzing.
Oh,
now.
so
and it was
they-
like
oh,
5
alright.
minutes
I
left.
didn't
They-
see it.
They let up one, and it was 3-2. I'm like, all right. And then the Leafs pulled goalie, and had some like BS goal like from behind the net. The guy like threw it out in front and like banked off the goalie and went in. And then they went to a shooty, like 8-round shootout.
Yeah, and Ovi don't play much defense, so that definitely wasn't the case
Yes.
there.
Yeah, Caps. Big question mark if Ovi's gonna be 100%.
Oh,
heading to the
that's a
playoffs.
whole difference.
I can see Ovi playing through
He's
whatever.
got
it
it.
is.
He's got it.
Yeah, I think he's playing. Will he be 100%? Different question.
Yeah.
Bob's boy, Robin Leonard, he's set to undergo season-ending shoulder surgery. This was bizarre though, because he was announced out for the season with surgery, and then Pete DeBoer was like, "Yeah, I never heard that. He's day to day." And then he backed up Logan Thompson the next night, and then the next day after that, they're like, "Yeah, Leonard's undergoing season-ending surgery." It made no sense.
All right, so I know like people that listen to this podcast, they know how I stand on this. Robin Leonard was never the guy. They should have kept Flower. Pete DeBoer's an idiot. But from what I saw watching NHL Network, what Coco said, Robin Leonard just knew they had no fucking shot of making the Stanley Cup playoffs, and he didn't want to go down with it. So he was probably like, all right, I'm gonna act like I'm hurt, blah blah blah. Tell the trainers, maybe they'll just like say I don't want to face the coach. And then Pete DeBoer was probably like, what the fuck, you quitting? You know what I mean? That's what it, because like Pete DeBoer came out on a statement. I don't know exactly, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like, oh yeah, like I'm worried about the players on this team and how like how much effort they're
didn't
putting
see
in.
that.
Yeah, he goes,
Let's go.
yeah, pretty much. He goes, I don't know about these
calling out the
players, I don't know
boys.
about this team, but like they're not putting the effort that they want. I don't even know if they want to be here, kind of shit.
Wow.
So, dude, it sounds like there's a bunch of superstar drama going on in the Knights locker room.
Sounds like you're plugged in over there.
And it started with getting rid of Flower. And it
I'd say
started with getting rid
downfall.
like I said, everyone look at me right now. I said this legit 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I said this so long ago that Marc-Andre Fleury was if you got rid of him, you're crazy. Because look at him, he's going around to different teams, just making them better. He's a fucking mercenary. Yeah. So it's like, and then, all right, that's all I'm going to go because I can go on for fucking hours about this. So we'll just cut it there.
Bob is going to be the #1 hater of the Vegas Golden Knights for the next like 20 years.
Yeah. I want to like him because like Shea Theodore's my boy. I like a bunch of players over there. Max Pacioretty's a good player.
They have it all.
Yeah,
like, they have good D. They have good forwards. It's just a question mark at goalie. Logan Thompson. I was watching them last night. He's playing really well. And he didn't even play juniors in Canada. He went to college in Canada. You ever heard of that? It's called Brock College or something. I heard that, and I'm like, this kid must actually be able to play if he's doing some shit like that. But yeah, they really screwed themselves just saying, see you later to Fleury. I mean, we've said it multiple times.
It's so crazy how talented that team is, and they just didn't even make the playoffs.
Their roster is so nasty.
I know they have a bunch of like injuries and shit. They didn't have like Stoner or Max Pacioretty or whatever for like maybe like a month or two. But dude, you got like fucking Marchessault, you got Eichel. You just had so many other players that get you there, and they just couldn't get there.
Yeah, they might have one of the best rosters that's never made the playoffs, dude.
They didn't even make a move at the deadline for a goal either.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I felt bad for that Logan Thompson kid. He lost in a shootout the past 2 games, and like
last night?
Yeah, they lost.
I was watching that. I didn't watch the whole thing.
And then they lost on I think Sunday night to the Sharks in a shooty. Big upset by the Sharks. They scored with like 2 seconds left to send it to OT,
really?
and then won in a shooty.
And Sharks have no business.
No
winning.
business. Yeah.
No business winning any games. Too.
It was Timo Meier like the night before.
He's fucking nasty.
He like said in a presser, he's like, we know tomorrow's the biggest game of the year because like if they win, like they would have kept Vegas out of the playoffs.
So they're just like picking people.
Yeah, they hate each other. The Sharks and Vegas are a big rivalry.
But yeah, that Leonard situation was just bizarre. It's like he's out for the season, then it's like, oh no, he's gonna back up. He's day to day, and then it's like, oh yeah, he's out for the season again. It's like,
yeah, dude.
What the hell's going on?
It's like I said, he just didn't want to face the coach. He probably tried to backdoor him, and like went to the trainers, and then he was like, wait, whoa, what's going on here? Yeah,
something fishy going on in Vegas. But yeah, their season's all done. They need a win out, and the Stars can't get any points, and they're playing like the Yodis and like the Blackhawks in the last 2 games. So season's over for Vegas. The last year's Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning, visited the White House earlier this week, and our President Joe Biden referred to NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman as Gary Batman.
Let's fucking go, dude. As much as like
Batman.
Did you guys see that video?
Yeah, like, dude, I don't know what anyone's political views are, like, listening to this, but, like, dude, Biden is a walking meme. Dude, this guy is a walking meme. Like, all the shit he does, says, whatever, just goes viral, and it's just, like, you just gotta laugh at it.
I didn't know where you're going with that. I was about
to
cut it.
Yeah, no, I made sure I wasn't going a certain way.
Yeah, our country's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Toronto Maple Leafs signed Hobey Baker winning goaltender Dryden McKay, but he will be unable to play until next October after an alleged doping scandal. Don't know what that was all about. I guess it was like a substance in his drug test that like wasn't allowed or something, so he's banned till like next October.
Oh, so that's why he won Hobey Baker.
It was actually like when he played in the Olympics is when they like tested and found that out. I don't know. The whole situation's bizarre.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the whole situation was just, I don't know, weird. But yeah, he's gonna be out till October.
What, he tested positive for COVID?
Yeah, it's out till October.
Give it to Dunzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They just
strip his Hobey Baker, give it to Dunzo.
We started the campaign right
now. He wasn't even a candidate. Like, give it to him.
Yeah, we just gotta put out a photo with Dryden McKay's face and just put an X through it, through his face.
And the last news I got is Ryan Getzlaff. He had his final farewell game in Anaheim as the Ducks lost to the Blues 6-3. But Getzlaff, he walked out into the sunset in California, the Cali sunset. Farewell for Ryan Getzlaff.
I saw a picture of him with his cue ball head.
And, sick lady.
And he used to back like when
his hair used to be nasty.
Yeah, and
he used to have sick hair.
Yeah, and then he was there standing next to Timo Solani, absolute legend, beauty, and like he's got like Timo bought him like this fucking it's like a Yamaha. Yeah, it's a Yamaha like off-roader, and like it looks like you could literally like drive and tip over and like fucking rumble with it.
He drove it on the ice. It was kind of sick.
Did he?
Did he actually?
I wish I saw that.
Dude, Timo was just driving out in the Yamaha on the ice and like drops it off and gets it.
That's nasty. That's
Dude,
legit.
I saw something.
nasty.
It was like tickets for that game were like $30K. It was absurd.
What?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
he's the most beloved fucking Duck in
Jesus.
The
history.
Ducks are like one of the worst teams in the
Yo,
league.
wait until
Fucking
Bergeron
SoCal.
retires, and then they won't be that much.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It was nuts. So I was like, really, dude, for Ducks tickets? I'm like, they don't sell out.
Imagine being retired in Southern California. That must be insane.
That guy's not legit living the life.
I'd be on the beach.
Dude, I guess he
Beach golfing.
he was before he got drafted by Anaheim. He never left Calgary. He did juniors, everything
He's a
there. and,
homer.
he never left, and then he got drafted by Anaheim. Never left Anaheim, which is honestly
I wouldn't leave
sick.
either, bro.
I would, yeah, no, me, same. That's a sick place to go.
He literally rode off into the California sunset, never to be seen again.
if I was him, I would literally just
Living the dream.
I would literally go play beach volleyball, rip burritos, and then just get shit faced and just do it all over again.
And have sex for a living.
You go to Duck Dive.
Yeah, you go to Duck,
Mimosas.
go to Duck Dive, go to PB Shore
El
Club,
Prez.
the El Prez, and then you gotta go rip 18 at Torrey Pines.
Mavericks.
Oh, Mavericks, dude, fuck that place.
Love that place.
I remember backyard.
Sounds like some PTSD.
Yeah, I have a hilarious actually, I'm not gonna tell you.
I got some stories.
that-
That's
is
off camera.
Yeah, I say off the record. We have to mute the mics for that one.
All right. So we are proud to announce a new sponsorship with a couple of special guests that are going to be joining us here in just a minute. They're the founders of the Ultimate Die League, otherwise known as the UDL. And the boys at the High Slot Podcast will be covering a couple of you lucky winners' entry fees for their upcoming tournaments. All you have to do to be eligible is subscribe to the Hedge Better YouTube page and then go over to Instagram and swing a follow to Hedge Better, the High Slot Podcast, and the other podcasts in the Hedge Better family, including Steel and Naz, the Scramble Pod, and the Mass Appeal Podcast. 4 new winners will be announced live each week on the Ultimate Die League podcast every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So if you think you got game at Beer Die and want to play in their upcoming tournaments for free, then go subscribe to the Hedge Better YouTube page and follow Hedge Better, the High Slot, Steel and Naz, the Scramble Pod, and the Mass Appeal Pod on Instagram. Without further ado, we got the boys from the Ultimate Die League. All right, please welcome to the show today. We got our guys here, Shmurda and Troy. They're the founding fathers of the infamous UDL, the Ultimate Die League. Welcome to the show today, boys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, boys.
Sir.
Thanks,
you.
boys.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
dude.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anytime, brother.
Let's go.
So, for our listeners out there who probably live under a rock, can you just quickly explain to them what is Beer Die?
You want me to that take one. it? Yeah, take that one.
Uh,
All right, so bear die is basically a sport that's very athletic. So I just want to get out the way first. If you're an athlete, you're going to love bear die. So you have 4 cups. You have a cup in each corner of the table, and there's a line down the middle. So it's kind of like volleyball. You got to throw this thing, though, 10 feet over the table, and when it crosses, if it hits the other side that crosses the line, so 10 feet, cross the line, hits the other person's side of the table, you have to save it from going to the ground. So this thing hits the table so quick, dude, and you don't know if it's going to go left, right, down the middle, and you just kind of got to do a nice dive and grab probably most of the time, scoop it off the ground, and you save the point. But if you don't grab it and it hits the ground, that's a point for the other team. So basically the name of the game is if you can catch the die, then you're probably going to save a lot of points. But if you don't catch the die, which is hard to do sometimes, the team's just going to start racking up on you.
Yeah, dude, I dabbled a little bit in college. That was the first time I was introduced to Beer Die, and I fell in love with it immediately, dude. It's just
It's
a great game.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
It's
very
like a sport. It's
entertaining.
more of a sport than a drinking game. I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah, it ain't no beer
Yeah.
pong, nothing
Yeah.
like that. This takes legit skill. You gotta have cat-like reflexes. You never know where that die's gonna bounce, like you said. But yeah, very entertaining game for those of you who never heard
Facts.
of Beer Die out there. So tell our listeners a little bit. How did the UDL, the Ultimate Die League, start up?
Oh, that's an easy
Yeah.
one. Go ahead, Troy.
Whoa, we were sitting there one day.
Yeah.
Always wanted to start something. We were just creative guys. We like starting stuff, making videos, and we were like, "Yo, let's make a website." And we didn't even know what to make a website for. And I was like, "Yo, we used to throw some beer die tournaments. So now what we call our season 1 wasn't really UDL at the
Yeah.
time. At the time, it was just us hanging out in the backyard in college. We'd have a bunch of our buddies over. We would darty, a bunch of girls would be there.
We had a couple straight tables that weren't even
We would just have
regulation.
some
Holes in
shitty
them,
tables
like a nice
sitting there.
plywood with a big hole in the middle of it.
we wouldn't even tell the guys coming over that we're playing die until they're there. We'd just be like, yo, you want to toss $20, hop in a die tourney? They're like, yeah,
And
sure.
everyone wants to bet. We're all like degenerates. So you're like,
Right.
dude,
Hell
like
yeah.
throw $10 each, and if you win, you'll get like 500. They're like, oh
They're
fuck
like,
yeah,
I'm down.
fuck yeah, I'll bet on myself.
College kids
Right.
not making no money.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And most of them hadn't even played die before. I had barely played die when we were throwing them.
That's
in
when I
season one.
learned die was the
Right.
first tourney I went to.
So anyway, that season went by. The same two guys won every tournament. Scott and Drew, they're like the goats of UDL. They won every single tournament.
Quincy.
Shout out
Quincy
Scott
boys,
and Drew.
shout
Quincy.
out Quincy.
Oh,
shit,
yeah, let's
there you
go.
go.
Drew
Yes,
Myers,
sir.
Scott
Yes, sir.
Pulak.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, they won all three. Then we graduated college. We moved on to a shitty little apartment. We didn't really see most of the guys after that. Then we actually got a nice house with a big fenced-in backyard.
Nice
and we're
yard.
Like,
We
yo,
finally had a yard
could
again.
we play die here? And then we started talking. And then we were like,
Yeah.
yo, we wanted to make a website. We're like, yo, let's just have die tourneys and make a website for it, make it a league.
And do you remember? So we're like, all right, so we need an Instagram too. So we made a website, we made the Instagram, and our first post was just grabbing old clips from the die tourneys from our backyard in Bridgewater when we used to go
Yeah.
to college. So we just do a montage together, like a bunch of clips, and we got like 900 views.
More than that, it got like
Right?
2,000 views. 'Cause
Crazy.
people
So
are
we're
what
like-
is this thing?
We're
what
like,
is
yo,
this league
everyone
you guys are
remembers our tourneys. I'm like, people remember this shit. So like after that, I'm like, yo, let's make a hoodie, dude. We made hoodies and sold mad
That's
hoodies.
sick.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck, like let's go. And then we started recording it. The first tourney we didn't record, but it was a UDL tourney. Like everyone had the merch on. Everyone knew what they were getting into. And
we
then-
didn't know where we
Yeah.
were going with it yet. We were kind of just like playing it by ear. We were just all right. We'll have people over. We'll make
Yeah.
UDL merch, which we didn't really have a purpose for at the time.
Nah.
But then everyone showed up second tourney. We're like, what if we recorded the games and made some sort of video and like highlight reel? And that's when we started turning our phone sideways and recording every game. And we got shitty footage back then. Now we're like masters at it. We know the angles to get will be up in your face. Like, but at the time it just started so slow, and we just kind of worked our way up, and more people liked it. And I love making videos, so I make all the video content, and I'll sit in my room. I'll sit in my room for hours just grinding on top 10 videos or recap videos, hype videos to try to get people going. And I
Yeah,
love
that's
doing
sick.
it.
Do you guys have like announcers and shit? Or you guys still gotta
That's
work on
that's somewhere we're going too. We're gonna
That's
have
what
like
we need. We
we're
need
gonna have
announcers.
a table. This year we're starting a lot of new stuff, and that's definitely one of the things
Yes,
we're doing.
yes.
We're doing post game pressers now. We got a big,
Oh,
we got
let's
a
go.
backdrop,
a backdrop, two
banner,
mics.
and we have like a table
That's
like
sick.
this. We're gonna have
Yes,
two mics
sir.
like sitting there. So after
Yep.
the game, they'll go up, win or lose. You'll have
And
to
we
answer
also
some
just
tough
added
questions.
we added a mic'd up, so now we have the little like the little wire mics that plug
That's
in on
sick.
your shirt, go into your phone or whatever, and we get like clear as day voiceovers of just the person who has the mic on. You don't hear the music, and you barely hear the crowd. You just hear like that person. It's just so
Yeah.
crisp and like
That's
it's
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
How many teams you guys got?
like signed up this season. We have like 35. I almost
Wow.
didn't say 5. We're not allowed to say the word
30
5
biz.
when we play 30 biz. games.
30 biz,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Say
probably-
five.
Oh, yeah.
Someone says
I had-
biz, chug your beer.
When
the
I
whole
when
beer.
I was playing, my buddy across the table would be like, "Yo, how many you got?" And I'll have 5, and he'll
Yeah.
be like, yeah, and he'll be like 5. He'll be like, "Oh, you gotta say biz,
Biz.
drink."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yep.
called me a bunch of times. Shout out LaPo.
That's
Let's
how
go.
the
Let's go.
rookies that'll come in won't usually
Yeah.
they don't play that rule. It's kind of unique to UDL.
Yeah.
Get Craig with that on Saturday.
Oh, I'll get Craig all day. Where does
Oh,
he
yo,
live?
Craig,
What's
how
his-
tall are you?
Yeah.
Is he 6 foot?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's in the
He'll say
60s.
he is. He'll
He'll
probably
say
say
he
he
is,
is.
He's
but
in the
I don't
60s.
know.
We're gonna
Yeah,
ask him his
yeah.
phone number. There has to be a biz in there.
Our old house back when we lived in Bridgewater was 544 Main Street was the
Yep,
address.
yep.
Our buddies used to come over, and we had one dude that
So
was
easy.
the best at it. Shout out JT Bain. He'd
JT.
pretend like he's on a
Quincy.
phone call mid-game for maybe 10 minutes. He'd like go by talking to his fake friend that we found out after was his fake friend. He'd be like, yeah, come by. We're just playing. Yeah, go. And then he'd look at us after a while, be like, yo, what's the address? And we just want him to get back. We'd be like, 544 Main Street, bro. Like, let's
Yeah,
go.
we're so
He's like,
hyped.
gotcha,
Yeah.
biz, psych. I wasn't talking on the phone. Like the biz rule.
It's funny though.
Biz
It's
rule is
funny.
there.
Well,
I
is
love
there
it.
like a story behind that? Like, what's biz? Like, did
I
you guys
don't
come
know.
up with that?
I don't know. We
So
didn't.
the story behind it is basically, I think it's just like it's that one bad number. You know how you
Yeah.
play a dice game? There's always that one bad number. So I guess just because there's a dice involved, people designated biz as the bad number. So if
Yeah,
it
we-
rolls on biz, If you say the word 5, like it's just bad. Like you have to chug.
And we didn't come up with
It's
it.
just
I
a
have no
drinking
idea
game.
where.
That's what I think it
no
is.
idea where that came from.
I love the rule. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun. It's creative.
Just
as
to
hell.
add
It's not a
element
point.
of
It's not a
drinking.
point against you. You just have to chug your
Just,
beer.
yeah.
So it's like, hey, we're having a good time.
Just a
Why don't you take
handicap.
a drink? You know.
It always got me when I was like kind of shit faced. So like
That's
you're
what-
not
yeah,
thinking,
exactly.
and then you're like, yeah, and then you say, and you're like, fuck.
I did it earlier in the backyard playing casual die before we came here. I was just like, oh yeah, it's like 5 o'clock. We got to be at the podcast around da-da-da. And they're like, Biz. I'm like,
Biz,
ah, man.
So you said you guys like practicing? Like that's what you guys do?
Oh, all
like,
the time.
Yeah.
Putting in the work.
Not as
Like,
much
yeah,
as
you
some of
guys
our
aren't
boys
just
in the
like your
league.
average Joes. Like you
Some of the
guys
dudes in our
take
league
this
literally
serious.
play it every day
Every
in their
day
backyard.
after work.
And they'll try to get
Every
us to
day.
come by. And we work full-time jobs ourselves. So we're
Yeah.
usually just like, like, not today. But they're determined. They be playing every
And
day.
they always send us Snapchats to let us know,
Let
like,
us know, like,
we're
yo.
ready for the next tourney. I don't know if you guys are. I'm always like, I got to get in there. I got to get some trade because these dudes are playing.
So you guys play yourselves? Like you guys are a squad? Or?
Oh, yeah, of course.
yeah.
This is my jersey. I don't have it on for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
it's
about to
like
say
that.
that thing's sweet.
It might have
Yeah,
some
show that off for the
Stand
people.
up. It might have
some
Show
stains on it.
Show the YouTube.
You want me to show it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
stand
Let
up
me
for
take
that.
let me take
It's
the
blood,
headset
sweat, and
off.
tears in that jersey.
A lot of wins in that.
He puts his life on the line.
2,
Put that
3.
thing on.
Let me get in the camera view. If you see it, you got
Yep, right there.
little dirt on there because I probably just wore it.
Battle
Yeah.
wounds.
Sir.
And then
Little
we
blood on there.
customize it, so
Hey, let's go.
Hey.
Let's
Shmurda.
go.
Bend down a little bit.
Butts is trying-
The casting
Yeah,
couch real
there it
quick.
is,
Yeah, there it is.
Butts is trying to get you on his OnlyFans. So are these for sale or those custom made?
Those are our last season
have new
jerseys,
ones.
but we got new
Nice.
jerseys that are, I think, even fresher that we got for season
yeah.
4 that are for sale. Yeah.
Oh, they're like they're blue and white. They kind of look like a USA mixed with like an
Picture
all-star
the Team
jersey.
USA
It's
jersey,
nice.
kinda.
Yeah,
The
hell
blue
yeah.
with the white letters. It's
Nasty.
similar to that.
nice.
Those be fresh for concerts too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, dude, these people wear these I see everyone wearing their jersey hoodies like out all the time with their girlfriends like
On
out to
Instagram,
eat
I
or,
love
like,
when I'm just
bowling.
scrolling through Instagram and I'll see some of our merch on there. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
They're just
that's
out at the
sick.
bar with their buddies, and it's just UDL sweatshirt or something. I'm like, yeah,
that's
nice.
It's
Let's
a
go.
flex.
That's
It's
the
a flex.
goal. That's the
It
goal.
That's
is.
the goal,
You're in
yeah.
a league. You're a professional athlete. Flex it, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what I love about our
tight.
league is they care about it too. It's not just like we have a product that we're just kind of shoving down people's throat. Like, yo, like fuck with us because you support me and Shmurda. It's them too. Like they're genuinely involved. Like they're the MVP. They're the all-star in the league. So they like to show it off to their family and their friends because they feel just as much a
Like
part
our-
of it as we do.
Our motive is always to like promote the players first. It's not
Oh, yeah.
about like we play in it obviously because we love playing die, but we like to we're not nominated for any awards or anything like that. So it's all about the players, and whenever we do like a highlight reel, we want to throw everyone in there. Like Troy makes sure that every single person that was at the tournament is shown in that recap video. So it's awesome. So everyone
I
that
try to.
goes
I'll
there
show
and
myself
plays,
the
they
least
get in
if I
there.
have to.
He might not even be in the video.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
remember seeing
nice.
those videos when you guys like first started out. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
what's going on here?" I was like, "That's fucking nasty."
It's just a lot going on.
I appreciate the love, man.
A
Absolutely.
lot
Appreciate
of sick dives I saw in those videos.
I
I was
gotta
peeping
be
your
diving.
Insta. I was like, damn, yo, that MVP, what's his name?
Langa.
Yeah, like, dude, I see him diving all over the place, making those catches. And when I played, dude, I played a little bit, but like that dive is tough, man.
It's so small and
Yeah,
it
it's
just
tough.
hits in any direction.
I
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you, like I never used to get dirty when I played dive, but
you
now
gotta now.
I
Have
see
to
everyone
If you
diving.
wanna
I'm like,
win, you
man,
gotta.
I have to get hurt. Like I gotta get bruised up and
Professional.
sore for this shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like there might be like an off-season regimen. You might do some calisthenics before the game or something.
Exactly.
Get a trainer.
No,
real.
honestly, stretch, please. Everyone that comes to the tourney, stretch because I started stretching a little bit. My hamstrings really
Oh,
get
you
tight.
can't be pulling
Yeah.
hammies out there.
No, like stretch out. Everyone asks me,
Facts.
they'll be like, "Yo, are you next in the game?" I'm like, "I'm not next. I'm
Staying
stretching.
loose. Yes.
I'm stretching before I play because I know once I get out there, I'm gonna start tightening up. If I don't do my little runs and my jumping jacks, whatever I'm doing, I
Stay
gotta loosen
ready.
up.
Gotta
Stay
warm up.
ready.
Exactly.
You don't
Yeah.
have to get ready if you stay ready.
I love it. Kodak.
Yeah. I seen a couple of those catches, man, and some of those should be like on Sports Center top 10. Some
Thank
of those
you.
plays.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate it.
sent
Thank
it to
you.
them, and we got on Dye's Life, which is cool. But that's
Okay.
still Dye. They
Dye
have like
was just
they have
on-
187,000
Dye was
followers,
posted
so
by Sports Center on their Instagram a couple days ago. So
we're getting closer.
hey, if they're posting Dye, they're gonna
That's a
obviously
start.
post the UDL.
You
only
guys just
Dye
got to
league
keep
around.
grinding, keep
That's
sending
the thing.
them.
Dye's Life
Exactly.
posts some plays that aren't even that crazy. Like, and they'll do it in the slowest of slow-mo. So I'll wait the whole 20 seconds. The die's in the air. I'm like, all right, come on. It's going to be a crazy play, I'm imagining.
Thinking it's a crazy
Then it's just
catch.
like a simple catch that I wouldn't even put in our highlight reel because
It wouldn't make the top
it just
10.
What, the one on
happens.
SportsCenter?
No, maybe not that one in particular.
Oh, that
Just
one
that
was
one was
crazy.
crazy. But just some random plays that I'll see that die his life. The 187,000 follower account
okay.
post. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, we'll sneak a play that's 10 times harder than that and show it for 1 second in the midst of a
Right.
3-minute
But it's,
recap video.
you know what's
Right,
funny?
right.
A lot of people don't know what Dye's life is, so that's why I love UDL because we're gonna be the biggest Dye page. Absolutely,
that.
Book it.
absolutely. There's not a lot of Dye pages
getting
out
there.
there,
Yeah,
so
let's go.
Stamp
Yeah,
that
love
shit.
Yeah.
that.
Do you guys
mindset.
do you guys know of any other leagues around? Or?
none.
Nah.
No, I was gonna say you guys are definitely
Not
a
one.
niche market, dude. You guys are very unique.
If you put on your phone right now #Dye's life, the only page you're gonna see on there consistently is our page,
Let's go.
and that's the only Dye hashtag that anyone uses. So if you find another league, send it to us, and we'll do a
Scouting
UDL
report
verse
on it.
versus that league co-tournament or something.
UDL
Who's the
All-Star
best
team?
players.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
There you
can
go.
have a versus.
That'd be huge.
That'd be cute.
Send the lawyers after him, get it shut down.
Yeah, cease and desist.
Yeah, we'd destroy them. That'd be a
Ultimate
cute
Dye
little
League
tourney.
LLC.
That'd be a cute little
Soon.
tourney. We'd take them
Trademarked.
down.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Come on.
Unreal. So yeah, clearly you guys are invested in this. I seen you guys keep like stats, everything, baseball cards, had an award show and all that.
Oh,
all
yeah.
that
Oh,
last
yeah.
year. That's nuts.
Oh, you saw that stuff.
Oh yeah,
boy.
yeah, hell
I love
yeah.
it.
Did my
Wait,
research,
would you
yeah.
guys do the award show? You guys
It was
do-
over in Taunton. We rented out like a banquet hall.
Little hall.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nasty.
we rented a
All right.
banquet hall. It had a big stage and a whole white, like the entire wall behind the stage was white.
We had
So
an
I was able
open,
to
an
put a
open
pro-
bar.
I was able to put a projector onto it, and the entire backdrop was like the whatever graphic I had on the screen
Oh,
at the
yeah,
time.
that's
So
very
it looked legit.
And how much does that camera cost that Kayla was working? That thing is
Oh,
expensive.
I borrowed some camera from some connection I have through work. It was some fancy camera that we filmed the whole thing with. Audio, we got
Nice.
different
That
angles
thing
of
was
it.
banging.
Yeah.
You can plug a mic into it. And
We blew
Oh,
our
it's nice.
our boys' minds with that one. Like the whole production of it, because we told them we were hyping it up ourselves. Like, yo, we're throwing an award show. It's gonna be crazy. But deep down in their minds, they're like, how cool could you guys make an award show? Like they're picturing a banquet.
Not everyone
like a
showed
little
up.
high school banquet.
Football banquet.
Right.
for middle
Someone steps
schoolers.
up like, all right, and they're reading the card. They're like, and the MVP is Langa. Come on up, Langa, and get your little trophy. And people would just golf clap. Like,
Yeah.
nah, it was a whole
Yeah.
like music. It was a whole show. We had an
Nice.
opening speaker that
We had a
gave like
DJ.
a comedic type opening speech, like in the ESPYs, how they
Yeah, I
make
was
fun
gonna
of the
say, legit
players.
looks like the ESPYs.
That's what that was the
We had a
goal.
host, the DJ, spotlights, banners, plaques.
And then
Everyone
after the-
showed up in a tux. They had a +1. They had a lady. If you didn't come with a
Yeah.
lady, I mean, man.
You ain't winning no. You ain't winning
Man.
no.
I
I was gonna
award.
say, did they dress to the nines? Like,
Yes, we
yeah,
had
absolutely.
yeah.
girls dressed
Absolutely.
in dresses and
Nah.
high
Oh,
heels and
that's nasty.
pocketbooks, and
The
their
girls are
names are
fire.
on the tables and everything.
If
That's
there's an
sick.
excuse for a girl to dress up, like that's
It's
perfect.
that
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, for your man.
We had a red
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So
Who's
official.
keeping the stats and everything? You? Or
So-
you got a guy
baby.
for that.
Yeah,
Troy.
our goal was to have like a stat sheet on the side of the table, so someone
Scoreboard.
could like a scoreboard, so someone could just log stats as they're watching games. But then I thought, like, people are so drunk throughout the day. Do I really trust a
tough,
kid that's like,
yeah.
oh, I'll do it on this game. Come here, give me the sheet. And then they're barely watching the game, and their stats go on. They're like, yo, what just happened?
I
Like,
guess we
they're
could
writing
take
fake stuff.
applications for we can make it public. If anyone
Yeah.
honestly wants to volunteer, we'll obviously pay you guys. So not volunteer, but we can set something up where you guys can come keep stats for the tourney. We'll give you some beers, we'll give you some money.
That would
and
save a
whatever,
lot of
man.
time. 'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah,
first.
Because right now I just as soon as the tourney ends, I go through and I grab all the footage, and we have footage on like 6 different people's phones that have been recording all day. So I get it all onto my phone. I get it all onto my computer, which takes hours. And then once I have
lot
it,
of work.
I just watch every single game, and I log the stats for each individual game as we go through. And
Wow.
And
it's
a
a grind.
spreadsheet,
It's
right?
a grind. Yeah, then I go
grind,
back
yeah.
and forth
Yeah, it's
between
like
the game and the
tedious kind
spreadsheet.
of.
A whole
It is.
Excel spreadsheet that you're just like
And at the
staring
same
at.
and at the same time of going the stats, I'm clipping all the plays that I really like to save for the recap video at the
Yeah.
end. So like all the plunks, obviously, any nice emotion. If someone's screaming in the camera, I'll grab that,
Yeah, that's dope.
and I'll delete the rest for now.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, those are like I seen you guys like points per game, catches per game, like you guys
Misses
freaking
for same
look out to
sides
the
per
T.
game.
It added
everything,
a lot
yeah.
to the tourney. So before we had stats, nobody actually cared about the individual game.
bet, yeah.
They were only
Yeah.
looking at their record. So they're like, oh, I had this many wins today. I had this many losses. Now it's, who's leading in points? Who's
Yeah.
leading in plunks? Who's leading in FIFAs? It's like everyone's like actually caring about individual as much as the team, if not more for some people.
I saw FIFA's. What is FIFA?
It's a kick.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That
So
makes
Yeah.
if
sense.
me and
Okay.
Shmurda are partners and you two are partners and we miss the table altogether on our toss, one of you guys could kick it up
Oh,
to the other
alright.
player, and
Yep.
if he catches it off of your foot,
That's sick. I thought it
that'd be
was
a
like
point.
an acronym for something, but like
Nah,
I
literally
was
just
like,
means
I'm
like
not
a-
smart enough to figure that out.
FIFA kick. That's what it means.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
honestly, it's an easy point because now you just scored on defense.
Yeah, right.
You scored on
like
defense, so
pick
then you got,
six.
Right.
and
You
then
didn't
if
even
you
have the
score
ball.
on offense after, that's 2 points, and that's such a swing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're good at that, you're gonna get a lot of points off of other people missing the table and their like faults. So it's nice.
Yeah, I love the stats too. Kind of like puts guys in their place. They can be like, "Oh, I'm nice," but yeah, check your stats, bud.
Bro, the best part was our biggest shit talker in the league, like the villain of the league.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say his name. He knows who he is. But he led the league in self points at the end of the season, and we
the
didn't know
worst stat
that.
there is.
Self points is you on offense trying to get a point for yourself, but instead you score against yourself in any way. Whether you threw a FIFA toss, you threw it over the table and they kicked it to their partner, or you didn't even make the other side of the table. You hit your side of the table.
Oh yeah. Also,
that would
if
score
you-
against you too.
a rule that we have that not a lot of people play by. If you hit your side of the table, you have to catch it because that's a live die. So any time a die hits the table and comes off, it's live. So if it's on the opponent's side, it's live for them. They have to catch it. And if they don't catch it, you score. If it's on your side, it's live for you. You have to
Yeah.
catch it. And if you don't catch it, they score.
Whether
That's
you
how it
or
goes.
them throw it, which is tough.
Exactly.
You
So
could
it's
throw
tough.
it and score on yourself.
Yeah, you're saying like you throw it on their side and then it bounces back towards you. Is that what you're talking
That's good.
about?
Yeah, that's what
That's
you want.
good.
That's
Yeah.
the ideal
Oh,
play.
okay.
Don't make
It's all
the
about
half
just
list.
where the
So
dice
think-
hits.
Oh,
That's it.
if you
Right
don't
where it
make
hits.
the line.
The
on it.
line,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you throw it too
If you're
short,
short on the
Right.
line and it hits the ground, that's a point against you.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's a bad stat to lead in.
But yeah,
basically.
I was saying the kid that led it. We didn't have stats throughout the season. I ended up thinking about the stats I did
Yeah.
a few months ago, actually. So I went back into our footage from last year and I logged all the stats, and then I dropped it, and he led the league by like a lot in self points. He had like 25 compared to the next person had like 19, and he's the one that's like he ended up winning the playoffs. He's like our champion of the league right now. So
He was
talks
mad at the
he
award
talks a big
show.
game. He got snubbed in his words by Rookie of the Year. His partner won Rookie of the Year, so he was a little mad. And then the stats came
Yeah.
out. It's like, man, like you had 25 self points, like,
Yeah, stats
and your
don't
partner,
lie.
his partner,
Stats do
his
not
partner
lie.
led the league in the other way, so he had the least amount of self points.
Oh man.
His partner's a stud. He's a
Speaks
good
for
player
itself.
too. I'm not saying this
Yeah.
kid's not bad, but the
Yeah.
stats definitely expose. Yeah,
Sounds
you're
like
right.
they're good teammates then. Like
They broke
what,
up.
They broke
just
up.
Oh, they broke
yeah.
up.
They broke up.
hey.
Yeah.
Over the rookie of the year.
Over rookie.
Over Rookie of the
Oh,
Year.
Breaking news.
Not just rookie of the year, just the fact that they wanted to. They didn't think that they could each elevate individually if they were apart. They're like, you know what? We're never going to be out of
Free
each other's
agents?
shadows.
Exactly. We're
So
never
they-
gonna get. We can't both get MVP if we're on the same
Right.
team.
So
right?
they broke up, and now they're each like the star of their team.
Have
Wow,
they
it
which is
sounds
faced
like
off
the
against
sounds
each
like
other
the
yet?
NBA.
They didn't.
Yeah,
face,
dude,
they didn't
speeding
face
up.
off
I
yet in
was
the
gonna say
first
that's
tourney.
gonna be a highly anticipated.
and that's what the
matchup.
award show does to teams.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Right?
why-
It's
that's
all
why you guys
about is
put
it
on.
about winning or is it about stats? I don't know.
So I'm trying to tell you, it's getting dicey, man.
You're gonna be a team player, or individual player.
Exactly. Do you want to have championships or do you want to have MVPs? Or do you want to
Right.
lead the league in scoring? You know.
Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
Exactly.
Exactly, dude.
So,
That's crazy.
Speaking about good players, what makes someone a good die player?
Ooh, that's all day.
The toss is the key.
Toss.
Toss is
All the
everything.
toss.
Yeah, you
Hitting
have to
the
have
table.
good hands, but being able to hit the other side of the table every single time you throw it is rare. And a lot of times, like the teams that are really good at FIFAs, they're getting those FIFAs because the other team's throwing it over the table and they're able to kick it up to their partner and
Right.
score when they don't even have the dice. So the teams that literally hit your side of the table every time, they usually win the game. Like our champs,
They're putting more pressure on the defense now also. So if you never miss the table, now their percentage of catching a die is going like lower because they have
Yep.
to catch more dies.
They're gonna have to
The
catch
amount of
time
dies
every
are going
single
up.
time.
So now it's getting tougher because this dude has a die flying at him every single time.
they miss the
So.
table. I take the play off. I'm like,
Yeah, you're like,
they
oh,
missed.
let's
I
go.
don't have to
Easy
do
money.
anything. Like
Yeah.
they have to
Right,
catch it
right.
themselves.
Mhm.
They have to.
And then another thing, so to make a great die player, you have to be a consistent toss. Like Troy said, you would also have to be athletic enough to slide amongst the table. So like you have to be
Got
able
good
to like you have
mobility.
to
You
have,
have to have
yeah,
range.
you have to have like a good shuffle, and you have to be able to be like, okay, the die hit here, but it went that way. If it hits the middle of the table and goes all the way away from me, I got to be able to shuffle over there, dive, grab it off the ground. So every time there's an athlete mixed in with a good toss, that dude's most of the time he's good, right?
The thing about being a good die player is we have guys that weren't good die players and now they are good die players. It's like a sport that you can learn and pick up, and once you're getting good, like you can really take off. We had a team that went 0-2 for 3-4 straight tourneys in a row. They never won a game for four. I think they were 0-8 at a
season,
run,
right?
For a whole season.
Ooh,
And then
winless?
they went winless.
Like the
they,
Dolphins.
They
They're
stuck
0-16.
with it. They came back the next season. They went 0-2 to start the first tourney. So I literally thought we weren't going to see them again.
Yeah.
They came back the next tourney 2-2. So it's like, whoa, they're doing good.
Well,
The very next tourney, they went to the finals.
Damn, yeah.
Crazy, like
Grinding.
they grinded. And now
Pissed
this
at.
team smoked me last time. Like in the last tourney, beat me 7-1. And I'm
Troy's
a
a two-time champ.
I've won 2 of these things.
Piss test
Yeah.
those motherfuckers.
They're ballers now. JT and Kevin.
Honestly, experience goes a long way. So, like he said, they knew too they needed those points. So JT was texting Troy like, "Hey, like I can't make the last tourney. Like, how many points do I need this tourney to make the playoffs?" Troy's like, "Honestly, dude, the only way you can make the playoffs is if you make the finals."
Mathematically, like,
Yeah.
because the playoffs is all about where you finish in the tourney. So we just had our first tourney. The first place team got 15 points. Second place got 10. Third got 5. Fourth got 3, and then fifth place got 1.
Yep.
So we'll keep that every single tourney, and then by the end we'll see who are the top 8 seeds, and then those will be the teams that are in the playoffs.
Go to the playoffs. And the
So-
playoffs is huge because the first playoff was last year. So every single playoff that comes now, you could set records.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Only 8
Yeah.
teams in the playoffs out of our 35 teams that we have will make it. 8 teams will make it. So this team, he was hitting me up. Yeah, like you said, it was the second to last tournament. They had 0 playoff points. He was like, "What do I need to do to make the playoffs?" I was like, "Honestly, man, you really need to make the finals. Like, you can't. You're eliminated unless you make the finals."
Yeah.
And I felt
Yeah.
bad telling him that because he had never come close to the finals before. So I was like, honestly, like, sorry, brother. Then he went out and balled, made the finals,
the world.
made the playoffs, snagged
Yes,
the 8
sir.
seed in the playoffs, and almost upset the champs in his first game. They had him on the ropes.
Love to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
So it sounds like only an elite percent make the playoffs. Then you're saying 8 out of 35.
8
So
out of
you
40.
gotta be
Is
putting
that
up
like a
points
quarter
all
of the
year.
It's like a
Teams?
quarter of the league.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
the
16
playoffs.
people out of like 60 plus. So like 70 people.
Yeah, it's tough.
So, yeah.
Sweet 16.
Yeah, man, that's a big thing to do is make the playoffs. I've never made the playoffs, so
And for the All-Star,
shout out to Troy.
we
Troy
did-
was balling in the playoffs.
I had a good playoffs.
Yeah,
I went second round. Yeah, first round I
you almost went to the finals.
I was a point away from the finals
Yeah,
in the
dude.
playoffs.
So, boom.
Lost it to the champs, to Lang and J-Rich.
Heartbreaking. Means you
Heartbreaking.
got to bounce back this year though.
Yeah, we started off rough. We only went 1 and 2 in our last tourney. Me and him are partners. I'm with
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Actually.
Yeah,
my partner was the MVP 2 years ago. Balling. We won 2 out of the 4 tourneys, so we won half the tourneys in the season. Dude he catches everything. He had plunks. Like, he's just a great partner.
He led the league in plunks
Led
last
the
year
league in
too.
plunk. Yeah, he's
So
just
led
a-
the league in
he's a
plunks
stud.
probably the last 2
His
years.
FIFA game is so good. His FIFA game, if you miss the table on him, he just sticks out his foot and it pops up to me, and I'm just like, all right, thank you.
And you know
I'll
what's
catch
funny?
that.
He doesn't lift his foot off the ground
He really
that high,
doesn't.
bro. He just like puts his
He really
foot
doesn't.
underneath the die and it just goes boop, boop, right in the air.
Honestly though, when I asked you guys what makes a good die play, I thought you were gonna say like a good buzz, a little bit of weed, and like the right amount of Adderall or something like that.
Well, honestly,
Some shrooms.
that
So what you said basically, when you get into your prime, so everyone has that state where they just start getting nasty, and like Troy said, it's probably like 6 to 7 beers. You said before, like
Oh,
once
yeah,
you get to
yeah.
like 6 to 7 beers, you're not even thinking anymore. Your body just starts reacting. You just start doing shit you don't normally do when you're sober. Like you just start making nice plays. So like you said, when you got a nice buzz going,
Yeah.
you're gonna get better until you get to that point where
you're too
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah. Then
you
you
get your
yeah.
tipping point. You
When
know.
all the
Oh,
dimes start
that
coming.
happened to me. I got way too fucked up when I
Oh,
played.
Vinny, you
Dial.
don't
Oh,
say.
no way.
Vinny got fucked
Yeah.
up one night. Oh my god.
No, when I was playing. No,
No,
it
yo,
was like
yo, call
during
the press,
day.
dude. That's
Yeah.
big news.
No, during the day, it was like the World Cup. It was like, oh my god! It was during the day, and the sun's beaming down on me, and I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't even catch a die. That was horrible.
Yeah, it gets to the point where you see 2 die, right? You
I
see,
was
like,
doing
you
good.
know.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't suck completely, but I was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
Snitchy,
shit
they
face
want you
out
to
of that.
sign up for the next tournament. They just said.
Absolutely.
I'd play.
Absolutely.
I'd
Saturday.
play, yeah. I'm an athlete. I can play.
We'll take anybody that wants to play because it's a family environment. Everyone has fun, even though it's competitive. At the same time, even when you lose, you have a good time watching the games and and meeting people that like take it serious, and you start yourself taking it serious. We had the rookies at the end of the tourney hyping each other up because they got a bunch of wins. They're like, yeah, like look how long we lasted. And I see them, I'm like, yeah, it's nice. So everyone gets pumped up, and it's just like a nice, like it's like a nice day. It's a nice day,
it's all,
nice weekend.
It's all respect at the end of the day. Like everyone
Yeah,
absolutely.
respects
And that's the best part about the award show,
Mm-hmm.
is because at the end, the season's over, so everyone just pulls up in their suit with their girl and they just party all night. Like we do the award show for the first hour, 45 minutes of the night, but then for the next 3 hours, it's just
one big
get drunk
party.
and big dance party.
It
and we
turned
had a
into
DJ.
karaoke.
Karaoke, yeah. It was just a vibe.
It turned into karaoke.
Yeah,
That's
I'd be
awesome.
ripping wagon wheel on that shit.
Let's
There you go.
go.
Yeah, that's my go-to one.
So can you let our
classic.
listeners know when is the next tourney and how can our listeners sign up?
Boom.
Next tourney is Saturday.
April 29th.
Is that the date?
Oh, this
Oh,
Saturday?
30th.
Saturday, April 30th.
April 30th.
If you want to sign up, our Instagram is Ultimate Die League. You just send us a DM and say, yo, I want to play. It's really simple to sign up for the
Yep.
tourneys. You really just hit us up, tell us you're interested. I'll send you back our copy and paste paragraph to welcome you in, and then we'll keep you posted on the first tourney that you can
go.
pull up to.
Troy's very good, like very religious with it. So like he'll write all the names down and he'll count every single team, make sure it makes sense, and if needs be, we'll even reach out to people to add more teams. So we always make it happen. There's always going to be a good bracket. It's not going to, you're going to go there and be like, what kind of bracket is this? No, it's official. So if you hit us up, it's so easy. Everyone asks me, how do I get in the league? I'm like, dude, message the page and Troy will get you in the next tournament
That's it. That's
automatically.
literally
Just
it.
make sure you're not working.
Hell yeah. And the High Slot and a couple of the other podcasts in the Hedge Bear family are actually going to be sponsoring a couple of the
Yes,
teams.
sir.
They're paying for their entry fees. So
Huge.
be on the lookout for that on social media.
Big time.
The boys
big
are so
time.
fired up about that.
Give us, the best
Buzzing.
team. Give us the best team since we had you on.
You have a player. You already have your player. We picked it.
We
on
picked
our
it out of the
podcast.
hat.
Is it Langer?
Yeah.
Is it
We
Langer?
don't have Langer. One of the
Langer's
Steelin'
stealing
got
Naz.
Langer.
Oh,
Langer's
no.
stealing that.
Um,
you serious?
Yeah, dude. It's
You gonna
crazy.
do us like that?
Actually, I think did they get Rocco? Yeah, I think you got Rocco, our season
Yeah.
3
I-
champion.
Rocco?
Season 3.
I like that
I
name.
think it was
all right.
Rocco.
The kid that won the championship and then said to his partner after he won Rookie of the Year, the kid that you have won Rookie of the Year, and then he's like, all right,
Oh,
buddy,
let's go.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we
I'll
got the
find-
Rookie of the Year. Let's go.
Rocco, win it this weekend, and you got.
We'll get you a High Slot jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Fuck
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
We'll get him one.
Add some more pressure. Let's go.
Facts.
It's honestly firing people up. Langa won right on our podcast, so we
Oh,
pulled it
did
on the
he? Won
podcast.
live?
He won. He starts screaming. He's like,
And Mike
yeah,
was
like-
right out there, so he
Yeah.
turned around. He's like, "Oh, word, you won? You're our boy."
And he's like, let's go. Like, I'm winning for y'all. Like, yeah. And they gave
Hell
him a
yeah.
shirt
They gave him a
after.
stealing
And
that shirt. He walked out of
He's
there
walking
so
down
giddy.
the stairs. He's like, I love shirts. So he's pumped, man.
Nasty.
He has an extra motivation to now, play harder in the turn.
Yeah, give us Rocco's number. We gotta fire him up.
Yeah.
Let's
Gotcha.
go.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Motivational
no,
speech.
we'll
Yeah.
FaceTime him and shit. Be like, yo, let's get it.
That's
Absolutely.
fire. That's fire.
Yeah.
We'll set that up. We'll set that
Yeah,
up.
is there?
So are there any like crazy stories from your die tournaments, or is there like one game in
Oh,
particular
shit.
that like stands out like as
Damn.
the game?
It's a great question.
Which one? Is it a crazy
All right,
story
yeah.
or just a
I got
crazy
either,
game?
yeah.
I got a game to start. If you want to go with a story after.
All right, do the game.
The game was just this past tourney, and Lang is gonna be mad, but Lang and J. Rich cruised their way to their 8th straight finals as a team. Since they paired up
better
as a
than
team
LeBron.
2 years ago, they have never not been to the finals together.
Yep.
A few times,
outstanding.
A few times, one of them won't be able to be there, and one of them may play with someone else, and they won't go. But whenever they're together, 8 straight times they've been to the finals. So they did it again. They're back in the finals again, and they're facing our last regular season champs from last season.
Out of the
Nick and
winners
Colin.
bracket too.
Some of our young boys, some of our little they're up and comers, they were rookies last year, and they pulled off the last tourney, so they're already champs. And they come out of the losers bracket and they're down 6-1 to Lang and J. Rich. And this team, Nick and Colin, has to win twice because it's double elimination.
Yep.
So Lang and J. Rich have 0 losses
Yeah.
so far. They need a lot. They need to lose
They
twice.
got in the bag. it looks
6-1,
like.
game's over. Lang is doing his his smirk. He's
Money dance.
taunting. He's doing all
doing
his,
the giddy.
his celebrations that he has. He's
The
dancing
arrow.
around. He was fired up. And even Nick looked down after they let up the 6 point. He's like, "It's over, dude." And I'm telling him, I'm trying to hype him up because I'm standing there with the phone in his face. I'm like, "Come on, bro, you're good. It's not over. You've done this before." Because they have.
He
Back
has.
Earlier in that season, the first tourney, they came down not against a team like Lang and J. Rich, but they were down 6-1, and came back and won. So I'm trying to tell him, you've been there before. They kept grinding. They went from, if we're playing 2K, The first half of the game, they were like 78 overalls. They weren't playing great, but they were still good enough to be in the finals. They were 99s both. As soon as it got to 6-1, they didn't drop a dice.
Super Saiyan
plays.
Turn the sliders up.
Yeah.
Turn the sliders all the way up. They went to rookie mode. Like, it was insane. They came back all the way, won the game like 9-7, forced game 2. Then they were down again, biz 2, 5-2. So that's a big lead and die. Like, when I'm down 5-2, I'm already thinking like, fuck, dude, I'm done.
I gotta strap up, and if I
like, I'm
don't,
done.
like game's over.
Take a shit.
Right.
Yeah, I got a shit.
I'm already thinking about the beers I'm gonna shotgun after the tourney because I'm out and I'm gonna be sad so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the shots of Patron. I'm like, who got this tequila?
Exactly.
Fuck this shit.
Biz 2 is a big lead. They came back again. They did it again. Second time, made the craziest plays. Each game was 30 minutes. Each game was 30 minutes long. Most games, the average game's like 6 to 8 minutes, I'd say. 30 minutes each one.
Wow.
And Colin and Nick won both. They pulled off the upset and they won their second straight title.
Upset City.
It was wild.
Honestly, like that was one of the best finals that I've ever seen because the crowd was going crazy.
Everyone's watching that one
Everyone's
game,
watching and
it's the finals,
screaming.
yeah.
They're like, "Oh, that's such a nice play." You got the girls going wild. Everyone's screaming. I'm like,
Screaming
dude,
for both sides, too. No one even knew who to root for because there was just play after play on both sides being made.
OT.
It was an overtime
Like,
the whole time, too.
Like,
It was
crazy.
All 4 of those players deserve a shout-out because they balled. Even Lang and J-Rich, who took the loss, and Lang is mad about it, but they had a hell of a tournament. Like, the plays that they made
Great
down
game.
in overtime were insane.
Great shit right
You got a story now?
A story? I mean, I don't have a great story, but I guess I can just tell like a funny story you wouldn't expect. So we were playing die. I think it was like at our house in Norwood. It's probably like our third tourney, and we're going crazy. It's like we're so loud. Like every neighbor can hear us. We have cars lined up down the street, 20 cars, and I see a police officer. Like I see a cop peeking over the fence. And I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like, yo, there's a cop here. I got the music on, so I pause the music. I'm like, yo, everyone, I'm gonna go talk to this guy real fast. And I go over there. I'm like, hey, officer, like, how are you tonight? I'm just having a birthday party for one of my friends. And he goes, what are you guys playing back there? And I'm like, oh, we're just playing bear die. It's like just like a drinking game. He's like, man, that looks fun. Like, he's really like watching. Like, he's not even talking to me in my eyes. He's looking over the fence, and like I have the door open, but he's still like trying to look over me. And he's like watching the game. He's like, oh, this looks fun, dude. He's like, yeah, just keep it down a little bit, but you guys got a good thing going on over here.
No, I remember I was over there too, and I told him once you told him we're playing bear, I'm like, yeah. We got a league going, so that we just do this like every other Saturday. We got a league going. We like you see the bracket, everyone's wearing the jerseys. He's like, all right, like that's pretty cool. Like you guys got a nice little operation going. And he said, have a good day. Like,
it was just ironic.
Please tell me he came in with a team like the next.
Dude,
I wish.
I was talking to Troy. I was like, yo, I wish like he would have asked us because that would have like broke grounds right there.
Imagine he's like, all right, who's got next game?
Right? Like, yo, you're
takes his gun off, puts it in.
Yo, you could get. We'll put him in the round right now. Like, yeah,
he could hop in at any point. It could be finals. All right, cops on.
That video's going viral, dude.
Somebody throws a dice on his side and he can't get to it, just shoots the die.
Never hit the ground.
Some James Bond shit.
And they're like, he's like, yeah, you caught it.
Fucking die shatters.
Didn't hit the ground.
Yeah.
He's like,
the pieces did, but
hey,
the dice
listen,
did.
I didn't see the die hit the ground. Did you?
Right.
That's unbelievable. You guys got any more questions for the boys?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, boys, we love what you're doing. Keep it up, dude. It's
Appreciate
awesome.
it.
You guys,
Appreciate
you guys are growing fast too. We love it. We'll continue to support you guys. Appreciate you boys coming on today, and we wish you the best of luck with the UDL going.
Yeah, but we'll see you this weekend.
And
we'll be there.
Boys.
Boots on ground.
Let's go. Hey, I would just like to give you guys a thanks for having us on here. I really appreciate it. Also for sponsoring one of our players every single tourney for the rest of the season. That's great. Yeah. And that's never been done before, guys. So if you are listening to this right now, just know there's a lot more coming because there's always a new thing that's happening around here at the Hedge Quarters. So, man.
Oh, hell
Hedge Quarters. This is also presented by Hedge Better. So, shout out Hedge Better, man.
Shout out Hedge
Yeah.
Better. Shout out the UDL. These boys, big things from you guys. I'm expecting.
Thank you. I appreciate you having us on.
Appreciate you guys. You guys are doing good as well, man.
You, brother. My boy.
Boys, appreciate it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, boys. Appreciate you.
For real.
All right, shout out the boys over at the UDL, Troy and Shmurda. Big things coming from those guys. So if you like beer dye, go check them out. Looks like it's an absolute, banana fest over
Yeah,
there.
I
at
didn't even-
the
That was a
Edmonton.
sick interview. we had with
Obviously,
him.
I heard about them, but I didn't know how like detailed and in depth they are with everything, like the
Oh, it's
stats, like the videoing, everything. Like they had a first take. Like if you guys look up UDL TV, they have like a first take, like Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman
Yeah.
kind of thing, and they discuss like a bunch of stuff that's going on in the league. So check it out. Hell of an interview.
Yeah, I was surprised on like both those guys how much work they put into that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's insane.
All right, so we're going to do a little playoff preview here. But before we do, the boys at the high slot are going to do a little wager on these playoff picks. So I think we talked about this before, but so we're going to keep track, of our series predictions. And whoever has the worst record at the end of the NHL playoffs is going to have to do a TikTok dance video on our TikTok page at the High Slot Pod.
Wait, we're not passing our nipples?
No, I'm not.
No, that's Jay Butts.
That's Jay Butts thing.
No, but so I think the one song that we should do it to 100% is the shit that's going viral right now. The shit it goes money
Sing
don't
it for
jiggle
us.
jiggle.
Oh, yeah,
Dude, we gotta do that one, dude.
I feel like Butts is going to lose this intentionally.
I'm picking the worst teams.
No, he's gonna do what he did in the locker rooms, so I can tuck his dick.
He's gonna have Paris
Never
nipple.
happened.
He's gonna do
Paris
Paris.
nipples for it.
Yeah, Paris nipples while he's doing the dance too. It's gonna be heat.
All right, so the NHL season doesn't officially end until Friday. So not all these matchups are set in stone yet. There are some that are confirmed first round matchups, and we're going to talk about those first. So the first confirmed matchup, guaranteed these guys are playing each other. It's the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues in the Western Conference. They're going to be facing off each other in the first round. Wild, Blues. What's your thoughts and predictions on this matchup, boys?
So, dude, right now the Blues lead the season series 3-0.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and they were close
The
tilts.
Blues do?
Yeah, the Blues lead 3-0 in the series right now in this regular season. So you got St. Louis won the first game 6-4. Minnesota lost this in the next game too in OT, and then the next two were in OT. They lost in OT twice. So that's gonna be a fucking uphill climb for Minnesota.
Just to quickly recap their regular season, Minnesota's finished second in the Central. They were 51, 22, and 7, 109 points. St. Louis is currently 49, 21, and 11. Also has 109 points. So I guess one could jump the other.
Yep.
But they're both pretty even. Plus 72 goal differential for St. Louis, plus 53 for Minnesota. Two solid teams here. And both these teams, I think whoever wins this matchup could make a deep run in this Western Conference.
I think it's gonna go at least like 6 or 7, 100%. I think because just like these teams are so well matched.
Yeah, no, I think the Wild's in for one here. I've been talking up the Blues on podcasts. They finished strong, like I said, and their differentials kind of through the roof compared. I think the Blues, like their goalies might be the only question mark. I mean, you got Husso, you have Bennington. Bennington's won them a cup. The Wild kind of their goalies are kind of you don't have a solid number one but I think I'm going with the Blues on this because they just have the Stanley Cup pedigree. They've been there. They have the same group coming back. The Wild definitely beefed up, but I think they got the wrong matchup here.
I mean, you're looking at their offenses, goals for this year. St. Louis 307, Minnesota 303. So you could say their offensive firepower is pretty equal there. Difference for me though, Minnesota's allowed 250 goals this year. St. Louis has only allowed 235. So you could say they had some questions with the goaltending, but their defense rock solid. I think they got some good guys on the back end there.
And they picked up Flower.
Husso's really established himself. Honestly, I think he's the clear cut number one there. Benner had that unbelievable run that won them a Stanley Cup, but yeah, he's kind of a one hit wonder in my opinion.
Yeah.
He
He didn't play well last night.
This is gonna be a hell of a series. You said 3-0 Blues in the regular season. That scares me a little bit because I do like the Blues. So I know Minnesota's going to have that in the back of their minds heading into the series that they owe the Blues big time. I'm going to have to roll with the Blues here. Blues, in my opinion, been one of, if not the hottest team in the second half of the NHL
I think their
season.
averaging last month is 4.5 goals.
Yeah, their offense has been clicking on all cylinders. They've been scoring at will. Just to rattle off some of the guys that have produced for them this year, you have Tarasenko, obviously. He's had a big year. What's that? Robert Thomas, dude,
Yeah.
kind of out of
Yeah.
the blue.
He's been playing well.
Robert
Yeah.
Thomas has 77 points. He's second on the team.
Sanko.
Buchnevich, big pickup for them from the Rags.
Yep.
I like the Rags. I was big on them. I was kind of pissed that they let Buchnevich go there, but he's been a big piece for the Blues. Kairu's been big. Barbashev, Shen, Perron, like O'Reilly, like Snipsky said, a lot of these guys from that Stanley Cup winning
Yeah.
team are still here. So I like the Blues in this one. I'm gonna give me the Blues. Say Blues in 7. I think it's gonna go 7. It's gonna be
I
a
give
tight
it. Yeah,
series.
honestly, I'm not giving it that much. I
No?
think it's gonna be 5.
It's a toss up, I think, for me.
Sanko, dude. Like, I saw a stat that he has 82 points. That's the most St. Louis Blue has had in like 20 years. Like for on the team, which is pretty crazy because like you see like we're Bruins fans, so we see it all the time, like 100 points, whatever. But yeah, I mean you got Colton Parayko too that could nails
He's a
on the
unit,
back end.
yeah.
That's a guy I wish the Bruins had. That's a nasty. Ryan O'Reilly, they're deep. They got Torrey Krug. Like,
All right, so like I didn't pick yet, so I'm gonna go Minnesota here because I think home ice advantage here is definitely gonna play in their favor. I know they weren't that great in the regular season at home. I think they were better on the road, but that's even better. If you can deflate your opponent at their own home ice, that's big. And like Coco said, like it didn't they let up a lot of goals, like more goals than the Blues. But the thing is, you got Flower back there to fill the void. Nice little 1-2 punch. Cam Talbot's been playing great. Flower, and Minnesota's getting healthy, man. I like that team. You got Krill the Thrill. You got Marcus Foligno. Kevin Fiala's nasty.
They did
Ryan
get-
Hartman's a fucking beast.
they did get tougher too. Like when they got
Delorier.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
no, they got 2 guys that can fight now, right? Didn't they like add
Brandon Duhaime.
Yeah. They had a couple guys.
And then, so I just like Minnesota in this. I think they're just gonna because they're that team that needs to
they
get
got
over
a
the hump.
they got a tough draw.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're due to
It's
get.
gonna be.
They're due. They'll make it over the hump. I think.
And for my pick, I'm gonna go. I've never liked a bully, so I'm gonna stay away from the Blues. I'm gonna go Wild.
There you go.
split decision.
All right, I like it. A little split between the boys. But yeah, no, regardless, I think it's going to be a sick matchup.
It'll be entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. I just think the Wild, I think they're a little fraudulent defensively. I think they got some gaps in the defense that the Blues can expose, especially since they've been scoring, like Snipsy said, like 4.5 goals a game. All right, so another confirmed first-round matchup that we're going to see. It's also out west. It's the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. So they're second and third in the Pacific Division. Edmonton, they're 47, 27, and 6, 100 points on the year. LA, 43, 27, and 10, 96 points on the year. So we're going to see an Edmonton-LA matchup. Gretzky's former teams. What do you boys think? Edmonton, LA, what's your thoughts on this series?
Both teams are both kind of the same in the crease. They both kind of need to figure out their goaltending. Mike Smith's definitely been playing a lot better as of late, but you got Johnny Quick and Peterson for the Kings aren't really playing that well, and Edmonton just flat out has more firepower. You got Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman's been producing lately and all that. So I think, and Edmonton's on a hot streak, so I think they're going to ride into the playoffs, and I don't think it's going to be that close of a series, in my opinion.
You like Edmonton?
Yeah, I like Edmonton.
Interesting.
Honestly, I don't know. The Oilers, I don't like the way. Like, I don't know if they're built for the playoffs. Like I've said before, the Kings are a scrappy team. You could they don't have any real stars, but they're good enough. Like they're only like 4 points off of their pace, like the Oilers' pace. So I'm riding the Dogs. And the Kings have won 4 straight. It's all about how you go into the playoffs rolling, you know. And if they got Cal Peterson in that, taking the reins, like that's huge. I think he's the better goalie out of all 4 of those guys that like Oilers too. Like he's better than Koskinen, he's better than Mike Smith, he's better than John Quick. If they ride him and he gets hot, Oilers are in trouble.
This is tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
You know, looking at goals for Edmonton, 282 goals scored this year. LA, 232. So significant advantage with Edmonton offensively. Then goaltending, it looks like LA is going to have the advantage there. 230 goals allowed. Edmonton's allowed 246. plus 36 goal differential for Edmonton, only plus 2 for LA. This one's tough. I have a gut feeling that this is the year that Edmonton gets out of the first round. But I feel like if I pick Edmonton, they're not going to get out of the first round. So I'm going to roll with the Kings here. I just think the Kings a little better defensively. And Edmonton has been hot, don't get me wrong. They've looked like a great team, these past few weeks, this past month or so. But something about LA and something about Edmonton just choking in the playoffs. I think we're going to see it happen again. Goaltending, even though Mike Smith, he's been hot, I'm going to have to roll with the Kings here. I just like the Kings overall as a team. I think they're a more complete team. I'm going to go with the Kings.
Yeah, I agree with you. How
it's tough.
Love the scrap.
I have a feeling they're going to lose now because every time I pick Oilers, I get fucked.
Love the Oilers in this matchup. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
I like them
every damn time I pick the Oilers, they lose.
Yeah.
Flash.
I'm taking the fucking the risk.
Yeah, I'm going the monkeys coming off the back this year.
Yeah, monkeys off the back. I mean, there's gonna be an intensity in Edmonton to get out of that first round.
That's about the playoffs. It's not about the flash. Like the Oilers are flashy, and then you get into those corners, you get beat up pucks. That's what I think. That's my reasoning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good series too.
It
though.
should be. It really should be. I think.
Also, wouldn't be surprised if Edmonton wins in like 5, but.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I don't think it's gonna be close. I think Edmonton's just gonna figure it out and just win.
So those are the only confirmed matchups as of right now. This is Wednesday night. So it'll be more clear as the week goes on. By Friday, all the matchups will be set in stone. But we're gonna look at some likely matchups that are gonna happen. Likely, what we're gonna see is the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, because currently Boston is. They're 3 points behind Tampa with 2 games remaining apiece. So Bees would have to win out, and Tampa would have to only muster 1 or less points. And I think they have Columbus and someone else on their schedule for the last 2 games. So
easy 2 points.
Yeah, so it's not likely Boston jumps Tampa. So most likely we're gonna see Toronto versus Tampa Bay in the first round.
Yep.
To highlight those teams, Toronto's second in the Atlantic. They're 53-21-7. Tampa third in the Atlantic, 50-22-8. Toronto had 113 points. Tampa's got 108 points. 2 pretty evenly matched teams, in my opinion. We got Toronto, we got Tampa. What do you guys think here?
Tampa Bay all day, baby. Ronto's never getting out of the first round. It's never gonna happen. Another thing I saw today too on NHL Network. So they were getting tweets in from random fans or whatever, and some Toronto Maple Leafs fan just goes, "Hey EJ, if
that's exactly how he sounds."
Yeah, I'm making him sound as feminine as possible. Hey EJ, so if Tampa goes 7 with Toronto and Toronto loses in 7, is that a failure? It's yeah. It's what the fuck? You can't make it out the fucking first round. But yeah, that shows that Toronto fans are already nervous. They're scared because they're playing a really, really good team. Back to 2-time Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay. It's gonna be a tough little series, and I said, Tampa Bay in 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm on what Bob's saying. The Lightning are too tough, and they're not gonna get out in the first round. But anyway, so the Leafs, I guess this is the first time that they've had a home series, starting home series, first 2 games since 2004 or 2003 when they won the series. Was the first time that they have home ice. Yeah. So I'm not buying into that bullshit.
That's a lot of pressure then.
Yeah, I'm up in the thing is when I think of the Leafs playing the Lightning, the Lightning are a better team. They have a better goalie. They have better offense, defense. The Lightning are still defending champs. Defending. So they're not going down easy. This ain't no Columbus Blue Jackets 3 years ago, where they're overlooking guys. Toronto's a legit team, but they're not better than the Lightning. And I'm going to take Lightning. I'll say 6 games. I'll say Leafs get 2, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto on paper looks great. You got Auston Matthews, 60 goal scorer this year. Marner's having a hell of a season. Nylander, Tavares. They look great, but there's no way in hell that they're getting past Tampa Bay Lightning. I saw it firsthand.
They're not built for the playoffs at all.
No.
Yeah, they have all that skill, but they don't have what it takes.
What's their goaltending? They're gonna roll with Jack Campbell. He had a great first half. He's been miserable in the second half of the season.
And Calgren.
Guys, 3.42 goals allowed
Yeah.
average. I mean,
Right. And their defense not even good.
And you got Andre Vasilevsky on the other side. So
yeah, you got, like you said, back-to-back Stanley Cup champs versus a team who hasn't gone out of the first round in
Right.
20-something years. I saw it firsthand when I was in Tampa when they played the Leafs, and Tampa absolutely manhandled them. 8-1 ship pump. I'm not saying it's going to be like that every game, but it was just clear-cut who's the tougher team, who's the more gritty team, who's going to get it done. Toronto had all the flash, and they got a bunch of chances, but they couldn't get any past Vasi, and I think that's kind of going to be the story of the series. I mean, Tampa still got their guys. You can say they're not as loaded as last year. They lost a couple, but they still got Stammer, Hedman, Cooch, Killer, Point, Palat.
Patty Maroon missed the Stanley Cup.
Big rig.
You don't need a loaded third line to beat the Leafs because the Leafs are soft, man. They don't even have a third line either, like that can match up.
Yeah,
So-
someone on Twitter tried to come at us and was like, because we said something about like how like the Bees third line might be the best third line in the league,
Someone said Leafs.
and someone goes, "Oh, Leafs would skate circles around him." I'm like, "All right, send me the tape. See how they compare." You know
Wait,
what I
are
mean?
they
Like,
talking about Kerfoot? No.
Engvall and Engvall's not that bad. I'll say that he's.
Oh,
pretty-
our third line would kick the shit out.
yeah,
of
we
them.
got
Is
T. Freddie, you got Craig
Coyle.
Smith, and the blue collar line.
Those
baby.
guys would beat
the
shit
blue
out
collar
of them.
line.
I've been saying all year, Toronto, they can have their hardware in the regular season. They can have all that. Matthews can take the Hart Trophy. Rocky
Right.
Richard. They ain't getting out of the first round. It's,
Nah, not a chance.
I'd be shocked to see if Toronto beat Tampa. in
Yeah,
this
if
series.
they get out of the first round, it's gonna be like the Super Bowl. They have a parade in Toronto.
And
Like,
then that's it.
yeah,
They'll bounce the next round if anything.
But you fading the boys?
I'm fading.
Oh, I
The
knew
Addies
it.
fade.
I knew it.
The Addies fade.
I knew it.
No consensus. I'm going.
He's putting his
Leafs.
nipples on the
Yeah,
line
no,
for the
yeah,
Leafs.
No.
yeah. Let's put your nipples on this one. Yeah,
I knew it.
the Prince Albert on this one.
Yeah. That's better.
For Canada.
All right. So there's one more matchup that as of right now looks very likely, and it looks like it's going to be our Boston Bruins facing off against the Carolina Hurricanes. Like I said, unless Boston somehow jumps Tampa goes pointless and we win out. Doesn't seem likely, but it looks like we're going to get Carolina first round. Unfortunate for us, I'd say. Carolina's 53-20 and 814 points, first in the Metropolitan Division this year. Boston's currently the first wildcard spot in the East, 50-25 and 5, 105 points. Carolina, Boston. What do you guys think about this series?
I don't like it one bit. Like I said, the Carolina Hurricanes, in my eyes, are going to be the Stanley Cup champions this year. They're just a well-oiled machine. They're all completely healthy. Rod LeBot is just as good as the coaches, like Bruce Cassidy. He knows how to get to the guys. He knows who to put out there in certain situations. And it's just quite frankly, like, I just don't think we have. I mean, I think it's gonna be kind of close. It's not gonna be like we're not gonna get pumped. But I don't like the drawing. It kind of sucks. We kind of got the shit end of the stick on this one. So I'm going Canes.
Since we played them, though, we've kind of loaded up with, like, the Lindholm move. The goal, almost picked it up, and he's looking like he's going to be starting for the playoffs. Like, Carolina's, like, not the matchup we wanted. I wish we got the Panthers. We'd pump them. But, hey, like, we're, like, pretty steady home and away during the regular season, like 25-13, 25-12 home and away records. I mean, like, the Lindholm, I love how we beefed up the defense. That's what we needed. I'm taking the Bruins because when you come to Boston during the playoffs, it's a different animal. It's like having another, like, guy on the ice or, like, couple guys on the ice. Like, they can't handle it. We own the Hurricanes in the playoffs. I'm taking the Bees. Fuck the Canes.
Let's go.
That was an unbelievable
That's
breakdown.
unreal.
No, but the thing is, Vinny said we beat them in the playoffs before. I think they're going to have in the back of their minds. They're ready. Like, they got even better in the offseason, dude. Canes are
I don't even care if I'm wrong,
team,
dude. I'm
dude.
riding the Bees.
The Hurricanes
I'm
are
scared
a scary
too.
team.
I'm scared too.
Yeah.
We'll be snorting those hurricanes, if you know what I'm saying.
What the fuck's
Just-
that even supposed to mean, dude?
Just kidding.
What's that even mean? What was that?
I have to cut that.
Yeah, we cut that. That made no sense.
What?
All right, this yeah, I don't like this matchup one bit, honestly. I think the Canes outscored us 16-1 in the regular season, swept us.
Yeah,
Regular season.
Yeah, it went 3-0 Canes. Next game 7-1, and then the third game 6-0. We got fucking worked.
That's
Yeah.
16-1. We got outscored then. Holy hell, that's bad.
I mean, we weren't healthy, but still, like that's
Plus,
pretty bad.
Freddie Anderson's hurt.
yeah, Freddie,
it's bad.
Freddie and Ranta.
I guess the new kid's
Looks like
good,
they're rolling
though.
with the rookie.
Yeah, no, the new kid's good though. He put
Russian
Pyotr
motherfucker.
Kochetkov. He has looked good. He's 3-0.
Yeah, he's good. So,
Yeah, I don't think it really matters who's in net for this Canes team.
dude, they're just built like so
They're-
much different than anyone else.
They're deep, but do they have any superstars?
Sebastian
my
Aho,
question.
Snatched the cough.
smash the cough.
I don't consider those guys superstars. In the
Aho's the
league, though.
closest one. He's
Yeah,
more complete.
yeah.
He's the more complete.
Aho,
guy.
80 points, almost 40 goals.
You don't need that many superstars to be successful in the NHL,
No,
especially
you
in the
don't.
playoffs. You just need the right players. So what Herb Brooks says, I'm not looking for the best
Yeah.
players. I'm looking for the right players. Clip that.
I think, yeah, I mean, what do you think, Gogo?
This one sucks.
Yeah, it does. I just like went straight for it
What?
because I didn't want to like just keep on thinking about it. I was like, Canes.
I mean, the Bees have been getting a lot healthier lately. Allmark's been sturdy in net, whereas I guess with the Canes, you could say there's a question mark in net. If our third line can play like that, we know they can. I think that gives us the advantage in this series. But it's going to be a grind. I think we have the more experience when it comes to the playoffs, and I think the Garden's going to be huge for us. Like, Carolina gets rocking too down in Raleigh, but give me the Bees. Fuck it. I don't like it at all, but give me the Bees.
Yeah,
I think somehow, some way, the Bees pull it off. We've been saying it. Believe in Bruce. He's going to figure out a way to get past these Canes in the first round. Give me the Bruins.
if we're fully healthy, we're tough. We are so tough to beat.
We ain't going to go down without a fight.
Yeah,
That's
it's
for
gonna be
sure.
close, but I think
Plus, like,
Carolina's gonna win.
you look at, like, Charlie McAvoy, he's putting the puck in the net, and I've never seen it. Like I've never seen it. And that kid's on a mission. He's going to beat him and Lindholm together into the ground. Just put them out there every other shift.
Run 'em in the
Fuck,
ground.
fuck Carlo, fuck Grizzly. They suck. Like right now, they literally do. I'm sorry. I'm just saying how I see it.
I'm going Bees. Somehow, some way, the Bees get it done. But
My pick, as the wise man K Mez once said, Bruins.
let's go.
Let's go,
Bees.
Bruins.
I can't wait till I make my victory lap around this fucking studio.
I wanted to go Canes. I just can't do it. I'm sticking with the boys, the Bees. Believe in Bruce. We'll get it done. All right, this is where things get a little tricky because we have a bunch of hypotheticals since there's a few games left in the regular season. So we're going to highlight some hypothetical matchups that we potentially might see. So one matchup we might see is the Florida Panthers, who are currently first in the Atlantic Division by a long shot. And potentially they could get the Washington Capitals, who currently are the wild card 2 right now. But there is a chance that Washington, with 2 games left and only 1 point back of Pittsburgh, who only has 1 game left, Washington could jump Pittsburgh for the 3 spot in the Met. But hypothetically, we're going to say that Florida faces off against the Caps in the first round. What do you guys think about that series? Panthers, Caps.
It depends if Ovi comes back healthy for the playoffs after that spell he took. But I think if Ovi comes back, it'll be a closer series.
Yeah.
But if he I think Florida's gonna win either way. But it really depends. Like if Ovi's back, fully healthy, they'll give him a run for their money. But if Ovi's not there, I think Florida's gonna win easily. I'll take Florida on this matchup.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Florida too. I mean, I can't go with the I can't go with the Capitals because of Ovi's injury, and he's like the heartbeat. And I've seen the Capitals tap out so many times in the first round, like recently, other than the time that they won the chip. Yeah, so there's gonna be at least one number one. Well, the number 1 seed was Carolina, the 2 seed technically.
They're 1 in the East.
Yeah, so I'll give the Panthers a nod.
Yeah, too many question marks for Washington here with Ovi's health. I mean, if he's not 100%, then yeah, they're in trouble big time. And the other thing that's really concerning for me about the Capitals is their goaltending. I don't know who they're rolling with, Vanacek, Samsonov. But they're going to get exposed by Florida's offense, I think, personally.
Yeah.
I don't think Florida makes a deep run. I said they could get upset first round, but I just don't think the Caps are the team that are going to do it, especially if Ovi's not healthy. And just goaltending and defense, in my opinion, is a little thin for them. So I'm going to have to roll with the Panthers, too, here. I don't see them losing this series.
I would love.
Panthers are too deep.
I would have loved to see the Bruins hit the Panthers, because I think that would have been a great matchup.
Well, last night we fucking took it to them, so.
Yeah, I said on the last pod, I was like, I would love for the Bruins to get the Panthers, but obviously it wasn't kind of in play at the time. But that would have been because the way the Panthers play, they can't win close games. They only win games when they score 5 goals or more, or like something like that. They have to win. They win shootouts, not playoff hockey.
I'm gonna make it a consensus because my nipples are on the line. I'm gonna go Panthers.
Panthers. All right, looks like it's consensus from the boys. If Capitals end up jumping the Pens, then the Pens could potentially play Florida first round. Does that change your opinion at all if Florida plays the Pens?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if Florida plays Pens, I'd probably like lean a little bit more towards the Pens.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
If that's the case, but yeah,
I think the Pens are definitely more of a complete team than the Caps are.
Yeah, I don't think the Caps have a shot.
Because I mean, like we were talking about Sidney Crosby, they voted him the most all-around player. He gets his boys ready for war, like more than Ovechkin does. Like the guy's. He's a follow by example leader guy. And I would never. Honestly, I might take the Pens on that one.
Yeah, because like a fully healthy Penguins team is a scary team.
Yeah, they can really fill it up.
Yeah, like they just like play a whole 200-foot game.
Gensel,
Sid the kid, just go out there like Vinny said, like lead the boys out there, play a full 200-foot team. Malkin, burying goals. Gensel is like, his like 40+ goals this year. I saw a crazy stat today. That for the first time since like mid 90s or something like that there's been like 10 40+ goal scorers that were American in one season. Fucking crazy.
First time.
Yeah, the first time since like mid 90s or something. Like
yeah,
the last people to do it were like Madonna, like Jeremy Roenick, like all those like legends. But like it's like Kyle Connor, Auston Matthews, like the whole like I pull up right now honestly, but. Like move on to you got anything, Coco?
I'd stick with the Panthers here if they get the Penguins. I do like the Pens as a more complete team, but goaltending, Jari's hurt, so I don't know who they're gonna have in net. And again,
is he out?
He's been out. He hasn't played in 2 weeks.
I thought they were just saving him.
Wait, who's that?
Jari. He's been out 2 weeks, so I don't know his status.
The Smith hasn't been playing bad though.
No, he's not bad, but again, the Panthers' offense is just loaded. I don't see any of those. Right. Goaltender slowing them down.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go. Like, I think it would be a better fight. It would be I think Panthers. My opinion, the only team that can probably take down the Panthers right now is probably like obviously you got Carolina. I think they'll play each other at one point, and then probably Tampa. I probably think Kane's Tampa.
You don't think the Bruins could take down Panther? I think we.
Well, I don't think we're gonna see the Panthers.
Well, I'm saying another. Well, I thought you were just saying generally.
No, but I'm saying I was looking at like who I think is gonna win the other like those games like the other like who they're gonna be playing. You know
I thought you were just looking at like.
I think Rangers can make a run for their money too. The Panthers.
But any change from you? You still sticking with the Panthers?
I'm riding.
Yeah.
Nipples.
So as the standings are right now, we would see Rangers Penguins first round matchup. What do we think about this series matchup? Rags Pens.
I think the Rangers would win this series just solely off of goaltending. Igor Shesterkin is back on the horse. He's back just being a beast. He had a little like he was hot at the beginning of the year and then had a little bit of drop off, and now he's just back on the saddle, just making insane saves. And like when Coco said, Tristan Jarry's been out, and I think it's gonna come down to goaltending.
Well, I'm gonna say like if it's healthy with Jarry, he's 100%. Are we going that way? Like if we got Jarry and we might as well go that way. I will take the Pens because the Pens have the more of the championship caliber team. I think where they have Crosby, guys who've been there before, that have made runs. The Rangers are just kind of building. I feel like they just finally got to the playoffs, and now they actually have a chance at maybe making a run. You know, like you got Crosby, Malkin, Gensel. You have Letang. Jarry has had the season of his life. I like Shersky, but like other than Shersky, can you really name a superstar on that Rangers team? I don't know.
I can
Panarin.
name plenty, dude.
Panarin.
Panarin. You
Whoa,
got
whoa,
Chris
Adam
Kreider.
Fox.
Adam
Are
Fox,
those
one
guys,
of ours.
they are good players, but they're not the pedigree of those other guys like Crosby.
They haven't accomplished as
Malkin.
much. Bob, I agree with you with the goaltending piece here. Shesty, I
Yeah.
think he wins this series on himself alone. He was my pick for the Hart Trophy. Doesn't look like he's going to get it, but he should get the Vezina. I like Shesty. I think Shesty gets him out of the first round here. But I agree, they're a young team. I don't see them making that far of a run, but I do think they get by first round Pittsburgh. So, like I said, if the Caps do jump the Penguins, then we would see Rangers Caps first round. Any change in mind if it's Rangers Caps?
Rangers Caps. I think when I've seen them play each other this year, I think like the Caps probably have the upper hand. I would say, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I think history shows. I would go with the Caps if the Caps end up getting the Rangers. I like the Capitals.
depending on the OV update though, because I think OV is gonna be the biggest like catalyst for every like series they'd be playing in. Because also he has like pretty much a hot stick. Anything goes in off his blade. So, yeah, and plus the Tom Wilson factor too. Tom Wilson, he can really turn a game on an upside down, put it on its head, the way he plays. So, yeah, honestly, I probably would lean towards the Caps more if it was Rangers Caps.
Yeah, I'd go Caps.
I'm taking the Rangers. Honestly, I think they're just a better team than the Caps. They finally got a bully in Ryan Reeves over there, so nobody's fucking around.
Wilson,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like that's the equalizer
Tom
right
Wilson's
there.
gonna eat his fucking
If
He
he
just
if,
fucking lunch
if
money.
he wants to put his if he wants to cross check friggin' Panarin to the ground, Ryan Reeves is gonna go there and beat his
Yeah,
ass.
Revo's gonna steal his lunch money.
Yeah,
That'd be a hell of a fight.
I like the Rangers. They got Shersky. They don't have any goaltending in the Caps. They're like neutered without Ovechkin.
But what do you think about those series?
Oh, I'm still Rangers.
Rangers
are
all day?
nasty. They're a wagon.
First time we
they are.
They're
agreed.
an absolute wagon.
Jay Butts, first time we agreed.
Yeah,
Let's go.
fuck you, Vinny.
All right. Couple hypothetical matchups out west, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So Avs are currently the number 1 seed out west. They're waiting to see who they're going to play because the wild card situation is currently tight right now. Nashville and Dallas both with 95 points apiece with 2 games left to play. So Avs could see Nashville. They could see Dallas. Let's say they get Nashville. What do we think about Avs versus the Preds first round?
Nashville, I'm pretty sure Yossi Saros is hurt. So
He left yesterday's game injured.
yeah, so if he's not going to be available for playoffs, that's not even going to be a series. I don't.
Yossi?
Yeah, but like Yossi doesn't save pucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you have a shooter, tutor, and net, doesn't really matter who's on your D end. Because like who's their backup, dude?
Rittich.
Yeah,
David Rittich.
yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I was just looking that up actually. Yeah, Czechoslovakia. So no, it's definitely not a contest. I don't think. Definitely the Avalanche are gonna get this. Like they're not gonna lose at home. They'll probably go up 2-0, maybe drop one and then finish it. You know, but this dude Rittich. He has what am I looking at? 6.00 goals against. I might have been just the last game, but
No, go up here.
yeah.
No, right there. So
Oh,
he has an average of 3,
yeah,
5, 6 goals
35,
against.
all done.
883 save
Yeah,
percentage.
he stinks. The Avalanche are gonna toast him. The Preds don't really make runs, I feel like, when it comes to the playoffs, so definitely the Avalanche probably in like 5, maybe.
What's Saros' status? He's definitely out.
Yeah, like what I've heard,
Yeah.
he doesn't look good.
It didn't
God.
yeah, Saros is an absolute monster.
Yeah, he's nasty too. He's in a Vezina candidate spot for sure.
If Saros is in, I'm taking Preds.
Yeah.
Fuck the Avs.
All right.
The Avs have looked like shit lately. Then they lost 3 in a row. They lost
Yeah, it
to
says
Winnipeg
status
the other
out.
night.
His
Yeah,
status is
he's
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right
if he's
now.
out, then they're screwed.
Yeah, he's got a 2.6 goals against, 9.8.
Yeah, he's dirty.
9.18.
Yeah, his 4 shutouts.
It's a pending status of Saros. If Saros is in, I'm going Preds, upset the Avs. If he's out, no shot in hell they win that series.
Just got to shoot high on Saros. He's small.
Whoa.
Yeah, you take offense to that?
Yeah, you just
Jay Butts?
offended Jay Butts.
And then I'm gonna go Avalanche.
Avs.
I love the Avs.
Yeah,
All right.
Avs aren't gonna get.
If
bounced
Dallas
around.
hops over Nashville, then Avs would see Dallas. Or no, if things stay the same, then Avs would see Dallas. So what do we think about that series?
I think, yeah, that'll be a tough series for the Avs. That won't be an easy one if they see Dallas. Because the Dallas 1-2 punch over there of Ottinger and Wedgwood, those guys have been playing on their fucking heads. And Jason Robinson's been playing unbelievable. Dallas, I don't know, like when I saw like their decor is like iffy. Like Klingberg hasn't been playing that great this year and all that. Like Heiskanen has been playing all right. And I don't know. I think Colorado's going to win both series, but I think Dallas will put up a better fight.
I don't think the Stars have as much firepower as the Preds, especially up front.
Definitely not up front, yeah.
I think Avs would end up bullying them in that series.
The
I'd
Stars
go
lead
Avs.
Stars lead the season series against Avs.
Do they?
2-1, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
I think that would be a tougher series, Dallas Stars. I like the players they have up front. The back end doesn't look too bad, and they definitely like upgraded their goalies, but their goalies, they've been all right. Like Wedgwood could catch fire. So
Scotty.
Ottinger
Stood on his fucking
yeah,
head
Ottinger
last night.
has been, but like he just needed some help back there, like so he can get some games off. I think.
He played unbelievable last night.
Yeah, I'd go Avs there. What do you guys think?
I'm going Avs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking
I'm
Avs
going
either,
Avs.
but I just think the
Avs all
Stars.
around.
The Avs are too good. They get bounced first round. I think they'll go I think they'll at least go to the conference finals. And they're going to lose to the Flames.
Yeah, so speaking of the Flames, that's the other matchup that's undetermined right now. Flames, they could get Nashville or Dallas. Let's say things stay the way they are right now, then Calgary would get Nashville. What do we think about that series?
Calgary, I just don't like the Saros not being in.
Too many question marks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Calgary's been my team. I picked them to win the cup.
Yeah, but
I'm sticking with
the
Flames.
Predators are up 2-0 in the season series against Calgary.
I think
though.
Calgary's a buzzsaw.
Yeah, Calgary 8-1-1 in their last 10. Sturdy at home and on the road, doesn't matter. Plus 88 goal differential. Only allowed 202 goals this year. I think that's the least in the league.
Yeah, all these games are nuts. So like the 3 times they play each other this year, 3-2 OT Nashville. Then the next game 3-2 Nashville over Calgary in a shooty, and then the third and final game that was April 26th, not too long ago, literally yesterday.
That looks like it'll be a tough series.
They lost 5-4 in OT.
Yeah, I ain't scared though. Flames all day.
Yeah, no, I'll take the
Yeah,
Flames
yeah.
all day. Yeah. I think
There's
they're gonna
no
go to the cup.
question. No
It's-
question.
I mean, it's gonna be Calgary Flames versus the Carolina Hurricanes.
What if we get Flames Stars?
Flames Stars?
Change your opinion.
No.
Nah.
What's that series? Season series.
I only got it up for like right now.
Yeah.
I got the current matchups, but I would
Yeah,
say
regardless, Flames.
Yeah, I think-
Flames are my team out west. I'm riding them all until they die.
you got Canes
Until
Flames
the flame is put out, I'm rolling with the Flames.
until someone pisses it out.
All right, so that's all our hypothetical matchups. Again, these will be more set in stone come Friday. But those are our picks on all the potential matchups. Be on the lookout for a high slot bracket challenge. It's going to be a $25 entry fee. You get the most you might get the most series right, you get the most points, then you win the pot. It's winner take all. Be on the lookout on our social media for that. High slot bracket challenge throughout the playoffs. You can compete against the boys here. Listen to our picks. You can fade us. You can roll with us. You can go with your own. There's going to be a high slot bracket challenge. That's a $25 entry fee. Winner takes all. Maybe we even throw in some merch in there, too, for the winner. All right, so before we sign off today, Bob wants to educate us with his fun fact of the day.
All right, boys, buckle up. Before toilet paper was invented, Americans used to use corn on the cob to wipe their behinds. Alternatively, they used periodicals like the Farmer's Almanac, which was designed with a hole so you can hang it on your outhouses. So apparently before toilet paper was invented, people used to wipe their asses with corn on the cob.
Instead of butter, they wiped it with their butt.
Oh, jeez. Now I got to think about
Is
that.
that why there's always corn in my shit?
Yeah, dude. I guess that's why.
didn't have corn.
Yeah, when I saw this,
Why corn? Why not like a leaf?
No. Well, so on the corn on the cob, you see how you kind of got leaves right there, like on the.
Oh,
around
all
it?
right.
Yeah,
They got the skin still on.
yeah,
it.
so you got
All
the
right.
skin, but I think
Gets all the
honestly,
dingleberries.
Would it feel better?
it
or
probably
something?
felt good, dude. That's probably why they did it.
Probably using it for something else.
Yeah, they're probably using it for multiple things.
Yeah, the women are like, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. For all you woman listeners, I doubt we have any, but
But if we do, sup.
slide into our DMs. High Slot Podcast.
Yeah, I got it going on the club.
Yeah, so
What century was this?
doesn't even
Pilgrims?
say, dude. Yeah, I'm assuming it was probably before like people.
Wow,
even,
that's not credible, Nuns.
This is
Oh,
the people
yeah.
who founded our damn country wiping their ass with corn on the cob.
dude. Like, did they know they could
Nasty.
eat that, dude? Like, they probably still ate
They
it.
probably,
too.
yeah. I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say they probably
100%
did.
they're washing it off. Like, this thing's still
It's
good.
instead of butter, they're like, yep.
God,
Well,
it's nasty.
I don't know if that ruined your day, but it kind of ruined
Hopefully you're
mine.
not
It
eating.
kind of made me hungry. I
Yo,
kinda
what if
want some
someone?
corn now.
What if someone's just mucking fucking corn on the cob right now, listening to
that
this? They're
what
like, oh, just
Yeah.
throw up all over the place.
All done.
Yeah, geez. So I think that just about wraps it up for us tonight. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Hedge Better Industries. They continue to revolutionize the sports betting industry. So if you haven't already, be sure to go check them out over at www.hedgebetter.com. That's www.hedgebetter.com. We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to yet another episode of the High Slot Podcast. Be sure to go check us out over on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at High Slot Podcast for more daily hockey content. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Thank you.
Peace.